Gentlemen, thank you as always.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody, sorry for the slow start. It's technology. Good when it's good and it's bad when it's not good. If you do me a favor, everybody, you don't have to stand up. Just raise your right hand. Everybody's
raise your right
placed
hand?
under oath. All right, with your right hands raised, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If you agree, put your hands down, or say I do, and then put your hands down.
I do.
All right, I don't see any hands raised, so everybody is now under oath. Let's do real quick, one out of order. I've been asked to do Miss Cassidy Keene first, and then I'm going to read an advisory for you. Is Miss Keene there if she's available?
All
We're
right, Cassie.
bringing her in right now.
Okay, we'll do Miss Keene real quick.
Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
we have one who didn't swear.
What?
Okay,
Fuck me,
well,
swear in.
remind me when they get up here, and we'll ask them if they swear or affirm, and if not, we'll roll with the punches. Who would that be by any chance? I'll make a note. The one that didn't want to be sworn in.
No.
Self,
Mr. Self has been here before.
Mr. Self. Okay, when we get to Mr. Self, I'll just have a nice chat with him to see if he has opposed to being affirming he's telling the truth.
All right, can you guys see there? Let me zoom in a little bit better so you
You
can
think Ms. Keene's gonna be a few minutes? If not, I can
All right.
wait. If she's gonna be a few minutes, I can.
Here.
All right.
Hey, what up, Drea? Where you been at, Drea?
Good afternoon, Ms. Keene. Ma'am, you're here having been charged with trespass. Are you planning on hiring a lawyer that you get to pick, or do you want me to appoint the public defender again?
I got it.
All right, I'll
Thank
go
you for
ahead and
that,
appoint the
Davey Hart.
public defender to represent you. I've looked over the affidavit back in my office. It looks like it's a trespass from the Lakeland Police Department related to a 7-Eleven on Memorial there. I find
7-Eleven.
probable cause to hold you for this charge.
Hey, thank you,
Now
Jen,
I
for that
just need to
confetti
set your
gift. No, I
bond.
didn't
Looks
see
like you
it.
have quite the history,
Thank you.
totaling
Appreciate
63
it.
pages of criminal history by our system.
What up, Junior?
Let me take a quick look. Yep. So ma'am, what I'm going to do is set your bond at $2,000, cash your surety. You have a great day, okay? All right. Folks, and who do I have here as our interpreter?
Hey, what up, Allison? What up, Zeno Credits? What's up, Prez?
Ms. Cadenas is
I
with
am
us.
here.
Ms. Cadenas, I've got a brand new colloquy. It's been tweaked a little bit. Do you have a copy of it? It came out from Judge Yancey, sent it out.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. We
All
made the addition yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read it for the first time, and if you would, could you read it in Spanish when I'm done?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is your first appearance hearing. A first appearance hearing has 4 purposes and 4 purposes only. First, I will advise you of the charges that have been filed against you. Second, I will ask you if you have an attorney representing you. If you have hired counsel and they are present, they will
Sometimes,
speak on
Julie,
your
sometimes
behalf.
I do it. It
If your
depends.
attorney is not present, you will have the option of proceeding forward with your hearing today or postponing it until tomorrow. If you postpone the hearing, it is your responsibility to contact your attorney to let them know you will be having court tomorrow. No one else will do that for you. If you wish to move forward without your attorney present, we can do that.
What up, Lex?
If you do not have an attorney, I will ask you if you can afford one. If so, we will make note of that and move on. If not, and you qualify, I can provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you pending you filling out an application with the Public Defender. You have a right to have your attorney present
Let's go.
for
Thank
and
you.
during any question.
Good afternoon.
Third,
Jamie, thank you.
If there
Welcome.
are any challenges to
you
probable
will.
cause, I will address those. Finally, I will review your bonds and or other release conditions with you to determine if any changes are necessary. Be aware, if this court places you on pretrial release today, regardless of whether it is straight pretrial release or a condition of your bond, the conditions announced in court
What up,
today
Pretty Ricky?
go into effect immediately, meaning even while you remain in custody, For example, if you are told to have no contact with a certain person and you call that person from the jail before you are released, you are in violation of the pretrial release.
That doesn't count, Your Honor.
Throughout this trial process, you have a constitutional right to remain silent. If you choose not to remain silent, anything you
Thank you,
say
Pretty Ricky.
can be used against you. Everything
County,
that is
yep.
being said, where I am located, as well as where all of you are located, is being recorded. There is an
It
assistant
literally
state
is
attorney
being
present
recorded.
listening to everything that is being said. So do not say anything about the crime itself. Please keep these rights in mind.
There's
As we go through the
134 people we
process,
got on TikTok.
please step forward as your name is called.
Hey, thank you, Jamie, for watching the YT, if you will.
Buenas tardes, esta es su primera comparecencia. La audiencia de primera
SAP, if you
comparecencia
will.
tiene solamente 4
What up, Donna?
propósitos. Primero, le informaré los cargos que se han presentado en
Hey,
su
why are they
contra.
speaking Spanish?
Segundo, le preguntaré
If
si
you
ya
will.
le está representando un
Donna,
abogado.
thank you. Love the
Si
jacket. Thank you,
usted
Jen.
ya contrató un abogado y este se encuentra presente, entonces ese abogado será quien hable en representación suya. Si su abogado no se encuentra presente con
What
usted
up, Jenny?
hoy,
If you
usted
will,
tendrá la
Steve.
opción de proceder con su audiencia hoy o de posponerla hasta mañana. Si usted decide posponerla, será su responsabilidad de comunicarse con su abogado
You
para
turned the SAP option,
informarle que
right?
tendrá usted una audiencia para mañana. Nadie más hará eso por usted. Si usted desea proceder sin que su abogado esté presente, puede usted hacerlo.
Hey, thank you, Ruby. I was gonna wear this the other day. There was a
Si
Santa
usted
Christmas
no tiene
on
abogado, le
Saturday for my
preguntaré
daughter.
si usted puede
My
pagar
wife
por
didn't
uno.
like the
Si
idea. She
usted
was like, "You
puede,
wearing that?"
entonces tomaremos nota de esto
Not anymore.
y
Not with that
procederemos. Si
reaction.
usted
I
no,
won't be wearing it no more.
no puede y califica, el juez le asignará provisionalmente a la
She messed
oficina
up
del
my
abogado de
mojo.
oficio para que le represente en espera de que usted llene una solicitud para estos
What up, Sam?
servicios. Usted tiene derecho a
Like a
hacer
Christmas
a que un
jacket.
abogado esté presente antes y durante cualquier
¿Qué onda,
interrogatorio.
bro?
Tercero,
What up,
si hay
OGD?
alguna objeción en
Shot
cuanto a
8-4.
motivo fundado, estas se abordarán inmediatamente.
My wife bought me this jacket.
Finalmente,
She bought it at
voy a
Kohl's
estar revisando
last
su
year.
fianza y otras condiciones de libertad,
She's
de
been in
liberación con usted
She's been a
para
Scrooge McDuck.
determinar si es
She's been a
necesaria
Mr. Krabby
cualquier
Patty.
modificación. Debe saber que si el juez le pone hoy bajo libertad condicional, independientemente de si es directamente o como
I'm gonna have to
condición
wear
de
this
su
out
fianza,
in public,
las
if you will.
condiciones que se
Sheesh, look at
anuncien
this. Looking
hoy
mighty
en esta
snaggy, if
audiencia
you will.
estarán en efecto de
What up, Just?
inmediato y aunque usted se encuentre encarcelado. Por ejemplo, si se le ordena que no
Kraft Mac.
tenga ningún contacto con
What up,
determinada
Mackel?
persona y usted llama a esa persona, entonces desde la cárcel antes de ser liberado, usted estará en cumplimiento de
Judy.
su libertad condicional. Durante todo este proceso
I'm
tiene
back
usted
home.
el
Yeah, I'm
derecho
back home, King.
constitucional de permanecer en silencio.
What up,
Si decide
AZ?
no permanecer en silencio,
AZ in the
todo lo
casa,
que
if
diga
you
podrá
will.
ser usado en su contra. Todo lo que se diga donde yo me encuentro, así también como donde usted se encuentra, está siendo grabado. Hay un abogado de la fiscalía presente en la sala escuchando todo lo que se dice, así que no diga nada sobre el delito en sí. Por favor, tenga presente estos derechos durante el
In other words,
transcurso de
keep your
este
mouth shut,
proceso.
if you will.
Por
if you're in
favor,
court.
pase al frente cuando llamen su nombre. Gracias.
Ric Flair. Woo!
Mr. Frost, are you ready to call up Mr. Rodriguez?
We haven't
Yes,
done
Your Honor.
Maricopa.
All right, let's call up Ivan Rodriguez.
The festive Blazer Rodriguez. Come on down to
No,
the
that's
Price
a
is
different.
Wrong.
Ivan Rodriguez?
Yes.
Aquí.
Yeah, Ivan Rodriguez.
Ivan, come on down.
Mr. Rodriguez, sir, you're charged, as we discussed yesterday, and
I'm not sure, Pretty Ricky.
you're been charged with grand theft, $20,000
What up, Megan?
or more, but less than 100,000,
What?
and contracted without a license. I have a copy of the information in front of me. Mr. Frost, will you be representing Mr. Rodriguez on these two charges?
That's a good question, Your Honor. What up, Lucas?
Okay, yeah, make sure I heard you. Mr. Frost, any probable cause challenges? I'm looking at the information. Any probable cause challenges to the two charges?
At this time, just a request, Your Honor, that Mr. Rodriguez does live in Orange County so that he be able to travel back and forth between Polk and Orange County. And he also does travel for work in and around Central Florida.
This is Polk County, yeah, Polk County, Florida. That is correct.
All right.
No
I've
dropping
looked
soap
at
today.
over the information. I know
What up, lovely?
count 2 memory serves was what you had in front of me yesterday, but then they added a count 1, the grand theft.
What up, Sonia? I'm
I
doing
find
pretty good.
probable cause for both charges. It looks like count 1 is a second-degree felony. That one's punishable up to 15 years in prison. So I'm going to set the bond at $10,000.
15 years.
I'll set the bond on the contracting without
Thank
a
you for that,
license.
Daily Heart.
which
Appreciate
He
you.
may have already posted it initially.
Fancy
But I'll
name.
set that
I
at
can't read your name.
1,000, so 11,000 total. I'm not going to set a pretrial release on this. So
What
once
up,
he
Trish?
bonds out, he's free to
Thank you for that.
travel in and out in between the counties.
Lucas, thank you for
Anything else, sir, we need to take up?
Thank you.
Is
I
it,
have,
that. Just thank you for
Your
that
Honor,
also.
could it be set at a
Jail.
lower bail? The
well, sir,
bond out?
candidly, and to answer it straight, the standard bond for a
Lisa,
third-degree felony is 5,000. A second-degree felony, depending on what the charges are, if it relates to violence, which a lot of them do, I tend to go up to 15. So I kind of put you down closer. I tell you what, it's not going to be much, but I'll be happy to tweak it a little bit, round it off. How about this? I'll do 7,500. How about that?
He rounded it off, all
7,500.
right.
You've been coming to court with me before this charge. It's still greater than an F3, but not as high as some of the other more violent F2s. So 7,500 and 1,000, grand total 8,500. Have a great day, sir.
what up, my lights,
Thank
Peachy?
you.
And just to add context, Your Honor, he's trying to pay back the restitution on the case, so that's why.
He ain't trying hard enough.
Totally understand. Like I said, I wanted to give you a long answer because there are things like robberies and aggravated batteries that are also F2s, and I tend to put those up at the 15,000 mark.
He went to
Especially
sleep?
if there's any allegation of a weapon or a gun. You already kind of got a lower end of that, but I went ahead and tweaked it a little bit more. Because specifically, like I said, you've been coming to see me for this allegation for a while. It's just been upcharged recently, so I'm going to give you credit for that. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Come on, this way. What building here?
All right, you want to call yours?
Yes, Your Honor. Carlton Reshford White.
All right, Carlton White.
Carlton.
Approaching.
White, come on down. Hey, is he wearing shorts and sandals?
Right.
What kind of jail is this over here? What kind of UPN operation are they
Carlton
running?
White, sir, you're charged with warrantless BOPs. The 2 charges are contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
This is
contained
Florida.
in 24 CF 7354. Will you be representing him on these 2 BOPs?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any probable cause challenges? It looks like this was an arrest that took place in North Florida
Yes, sir.
on the interstate.
In Nassau County of all places. I do have a challenge to the probable cause, Your Honor. It looks like this driving license suspension was a result of a clerical error at the DMV. As far as I understand, the DMV did not transmit to the Florida Highway Safety Motor Vehicles that Mr. White had successfully verified his I believe they call it annual physical. I do have a letter of clearance from the Department of Highway Safety Motor Vehicles I can provide, say, onto the court. That shows that his driving privilege as of December 3rd, which is the
Winter
same
edition.
date of this offense arrest. It looks like he was arrested at 9:46 in the morning for this offense, and this is December 3rd, 2025, dated. That he is clear, and I did check again today to make sure that there weren't any subsequent verifications. And
Thank
as
you,
of
Vanessa.
11:39 a.m., his license is still valid through the Florida.
Is it his commercial
got a deal on
driver's
it.
Yes,
license?
yes, Your Honor.
And it's not, I mean, I'm pulling up the paperwork,
What up,
because I read
Wildcats?
it, and it's, they didn't charge him here, obviously, because it happened in Nassau County.
Correct. It was just the basis for the PC. For
Right, but I read it specifically, and I underlined that it said that,
Hey, does anybody know what's happening with Dade County Judge Glazer? Are they done for the day, or they're taking a break? I subscribe to
first
your
paragraph
YTA. Thank you,
indicates it
Tommy.
was an invalid license. I assume he's talking about a driver's license. And then as you read it further,
Yeah, how dare they cancel his driver license and then it's a clerical error?
it
That's-
says, driving while license suspended, canceled, revoked, commercial vehicle first offense under 322-34 subsection 7
What up,
is a
Joni?
violation of Florida standard condition of
F his mom.
probation, which states you will live without
For real,
violating
though?
any law. So what you've given me, you believe, I haven't looked at it yet, but you believe that this refutes that he had a suspended, canceled, or revoked commercial driver's license.
Thank you,
during that
Allison.
time.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right. And you said, let me just verify the dates.
It's on pause.
December
Okay,
the
thank you.
3rd at 9:49 a.m. appears to be when this was made.
So what? Thank you. Angela Rose or Angelina Rose, thank you for that daily heart. For real though, thank you. Highly appreciate you. I'm so excited you're on for while I work. Hell yeah. Lex, thank you for that. Highly appreciate that. Julie, thank you for that daily heart. And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. I see there's 208 people in here.
Should you
210.
provide this letter of clearance?
Joni, thank you for that daily heart. Appreciate you.
Show
Maybe
proof of your
Free
current
stickers for
license
Christmas. That's
status.
right. Make money.
Florida Highway Safety Motor Vehicle encourages you to present the letter within 30 days of the above referenced date. They're saying basically in December 3 and January 3, use this letter. Okay.
They all look mad. Hey, what's up, Bedazzled? How's it going? Hey, thank you for that daily heart. Highly appreciate you. Hey, and don't be a Scrooge McDuck. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty. Hit that follow button. It's free. Hey, thank you,
So
Rosa,
what-
for hitting that follow
what
on the
is-
new
what
account.
did
Highly
you
appreciate you.
Conclude was the cause of them believing his license was suspended.
I think this is a big
Annually,
docket, Julie.
For a commercial driver's license, you're required to do a
Rebecca,
physical.
thank you.
And that physical
Greenway,
was
thank
taken
you.
care of. It just wasn't clerically entered properly from the DMV
Silly
to make
Sarah.
it to the
Gracias,
Florida Highway
Dios.
Department who handles that. So then
I
they
can't hear.
E6'd his license for failure to
Talking too
provide
much.
annual physical, which had been provided.
Physical?
A simple call over, cleared it up, and they showed that his license was valid, and should have been valid.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let's get it up
You
to
can
20,000
apply in
taps. We're
person
at
at a Florida
18,000.
driver's
And another stream, we got 6,000 taps. So,
if you need to obtain it. So
for
he
real
still
though,
had his
gracias.
actual license, so he didn't have to get a new one.
And he's been
See,
incarcerated.
so CDO physical. Thank you, Tommy.
You could get out and go fix whatever is wrong.
I never had a CDO.
What says the state? Like I said, what I would be doing, even if I was to agree with you and find no probable cause, it doesn't make the charge go away. He'd just be getting out of jail. He still would have to
What up,
get a court
Angelica?
date with the felony judge set up for him on January 5.
Yes, Your Honor.
So
And I would just be
I'm not
requesting-
dismissing it. I would just be finding for purposes
What
of
girl?
holding him. I don't find there's a valid basis for that.
Oh, I see her.
So what says the state?
Your Honor, while looking at this letter,
Thank you, pretty
the
Ricky.
only concern that the state has is that according to the police report, we have the time at which he was pulled over. We don't know when this letter was sent, so I don't know if he was pulled over prior to the public meeting
Bedazzled,
or
thank you.
after.
Is that Patrick?
Letter of clearance. So if this letter said December 2nd,
Monday? I'm bumping
you wouldn't have an
this.
issue, but it says December 3rd, the day of the.
Correct, Your Honor. So if
At what time did he come on, Kelsey?
If this letter was sent before he was arrested, that's one thing, but if it was sent after, and there's no timestamp on the letter as to when it was sent, Your Honor.
And I don't want to represent to the court. This letter is a direct
Bedazzled, thank you.
result
What up, Love
of
Bug?
him being arrested. His wife calling DMV.
E-Rose,
and then
thank
saying,
you.
No, this is our problem. We fix this.
SpongeBob,
Here's a letter that
TikTok
demonstrates
signed
that
the
this
emoji
is the
contract.
problem that we have. So to his, I understand this letter was sent after he was arrested, but it was the same day after that clerical error was seen.
You know I
This
saved the
copy?
streams
Yes,
on
Your
YT, right?
Is there a way y'all can, just put it in, is there a way that it can be put into the court file? Yeah. I tell you what, again, I'm not dismissing the VOP. I'm just finding, based upon that, the proper thing for me to do would be to, I'm gonna find probable cause,
Thank you,
but I'm gonna
Bedazzled.
release him. I'm gonna kind of split the baby, if that makes any sense, I'm gonna, find probable cause to the state's point. This really doesn't show that it was before versus after, but I'm gonna just, release him on his own recognizance, set him up for a VOP
Right, Pete?
hearing with the F7 judge on January 5, okay? So, sir, it looks to me like it's probably legit. It looks to me like the timing is just not a big issue. The point is I suspected it was a clerical error. I'm gonna find probable cause because it doesn't 100% put the nail in the coffin. But I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance on each of these VOPs. And court date is January 5.
Well, at least he let him out.
Take care. You bet. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Because they normally don't let you out right here in Florida. In Florida, they don't
Mr.
play around.
Grayjack, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
They're gonna want you to pay before you get out. He's not gonna show up.
I have Nicholas Philip.
Hey, what up, Demon?
Here for our first appearance services. Yes, of this.
Who?
On the road again. That's right. That was
All
gonna
right.
keep on trucking, if
Mr.
you will.
Philippone, you're charged with violation of injunction for protection against domestic violence.
Oh,
Um,
I can't
Mr.
see.
Graycheck, you're representing this gentleman on this charge?
For first appearance.
First now. Gotcha. So Mr. Philippone, you may or may not hire Mr. Graycheck. He's here today. If you end up not hiring him and need the services of the public defender, you can always ask at any point moving forward to a judge, or there's ways you can do it straight through the public defender's office. Any probable cause challenges on
Yeah.
violation of injunction?
Yes, Judge, and it's
What up?
a
I'm
little
not the one.
bit complicated.
Well, let me get to it then. I've read it already, but if we're going to get in some deep dive, I'm going to pull the affidavit out.
That's what I want to make for parents understand. It doesn't matter that they got,
Who's whispering?
She's not trying. It's also say.
Hey, thank you. I'm not the one for that daily heart. Highly appreciate you.
It's just because you
All right, I have Mr. Philippone's affidavit from the sheriff here in front of me.
Hey, Aunt, thank you for that daily heart. Highly appreciate you. Bedazzle, thank you for that cake. I love cake, especially strawberry cake, if you will. My favorite. I can't hear him. I can't hear him either, Lisa. He doesn't. He's not talking loud enough.
Judge, may I
Saludos.
approach?
Sure.
So a little timeline to make it easier for you. And then,
Hey, Pretty Ricky, thank you for that donut. I love donuts.
so this is
too.
complicated. There's an injunction, a temporary injunction. It's not the final injunction we're working off of, so I printed the wrong one. And so in January of,
I love donuts.
a temporary injunction was put in place. The next date on the timeline is February 16th. That's the one he's arrested for. His parents go to the house, and that's the basis of this.
That's right, Bookie.
February 28th, the parents go back, but this one's a little different. There's a phone call and there's video surveillance, which
Hopefully
we
they
actually, it
can
was
hear
actually
me.
me and you when you were prosecutor had that case with the woman stealing. You remember Judge Jacobson kept out the audio recording, but anyways. So you go injunction, then you go this incident, and then you go February 27th. November 5th, Mr. Fulmer was the attorney for the trial. He was found guilty. And during the trial, you'll see the paragraph
Love
where
the
the mother
decor.
says, "Oh, I went to the house on this date too." And nobody asks her, was it at the direction? Did he tell you to go? Unlike the February 27th one, 16th one doesn't have that. And then on December, today was his date of release, because he lost the trial. He had sentenced to jail time. Today was his day to be released. I'm sure the alleged victim, or well, victim in that case, got a phone call. So she went down to the police and reported it the day before, and he gets arrested for this one, which
Hey, what up?
it's
How's it
been,
going?
you know,
Good
when anyone
afternoon.
would know. But the other thing is, if I could approach Judge, and I've shown this to the state, this is the language here. And because I printed the, I didn't realize it was a temporary injunction. I printed out the final injunction. So if you read that, that's where it says the
What up,
respondent
lock up
is not allowed
connections?
to go to that, the marital residence, not his parents. So in this case, there's no evidence that he told his parents to go, but,
Love Buck, thank
that-
you. Donna, thank you.
and there's no additional evidence
What
as
up,
there was in
Bradshaw?
the trial, because what they did is end up going under, you know, the principal third party. But what the injunction says is the respondent shall not go back. And the difference between the 28th
It's
and
definitely
the
cold in there.
16th is that in the 28th, there was an audio recording inside the home where they were apparently talking, as the PC affidavit says,
What up,
parents were
Donna?
talking to him on the phone, and he was telling them stuff like, get this, get that, pick up my toothbrush, those type of things. So in this case, there's no evidence
what up,
that
Bam
he
Bam?
directed them and they went on their own, which is what they're going to testify about. In this case, at the trial, they're on video now watching, but that's why I have a probable cause challenge in that I don't think it's going to be a tougher argument episodically that this should have been taken care of with the first trial, but because there's no of that additional evidence that says in any way, shape, or form he encouraged them to go,
Santa
that
Claus.
there's no probable cause
Hey,
based
what up,
on
Kim?
that language there in the temporary.
The girls, they're
What about
here.
good old circumstantial evidence?
The girls over here,
They
look.
used his car and his garage door clicker to get
They're
in
right
the house. Is that not something that the state could say, hey, judge, come on, that's circumstantial evidence. You don't have to see it
What up,
snowing
Lee?
to know it snowed last night. Just look all over the ground.
It feels like
So
it's a
is
trial.
that not something that they could look for the low
What up, Chacha? Where
threshold
you
of
been at?
probable cause?
I don't think it gets there, Judge, because it's so low, because you just don't have anything, because that's getting over there and how you can get over there. Personally, in the last year, because my parents, got offices and everything, they're constantly going to my house. They're old, they got nothing to do. So they, just grab it and go. They're in my office constantly, over there constantly while I'm trying to work a lot of times.
My
But
wife just walked
it's
in.
that direction to go get it. The other problem they have in this case, which I don't know if it came up in the trial or not,
What up, Taurus?
is the attorney told them, based on this injunction, you're allowed to go. Because it wasn't at the, they had asked the attorney, can we go over there? And they said, yeah. And she was not living there at the time. The house was completely empty other than the few items he had. She moved out.
That's a great jacket. Thank you. Hey, so my
What
wife.
says the state as to probable cause on this one?
Your Honor, I think there's enough to satisfy the bar of probable cause in this case. I like to say, Your
No, yeah,
Honor,
she's in school.
the
Yeah.
defendants
Howdy.
used the defendant's garage door opener as well
I
as
ate
the
already, Jamie.
defendant's vehicle. I think that gets us to probable cause simply based upon the evidence that's been presented.
All I got today was beans and rice.
think
I mean,
on the
beans and
issues that
egg.
Mr. Grayjack is raising, that's more of an issue for
Love bug, thank you.
trial division and doesn't frankly apply to the probable cause argument here today.
The only other thing I would say, Judge, is that using the respondent's vehicle and the respondent's garage door opener, I don't see what supports that because it wasn't asked in the trial. They put that, and I don't know if it's an assumption, but
Yeah, it just says during an interview with Diane and Vincent on December 10, both confirmed they went to the residence using the respondent's vehicle and garage door opener to remove belongings from the residence without permission from the petitioner.
and they weren't asked, did he tell you to go? Why did you go? Which they, should have known. That's important in this case because it's all been litigated. Everybody knew this. And so they never said, and that's the parents are like, we went on our own, but they never
However long
said,
this court takes.
he told us to go. And that's what
What
we're
up, Green
missing,
Eyes?
that the first one has, because that injunction says respondent is not allowed. And it really doesn't say he couldn't send a third party there either, but keep it at similar
language on the injunction, Your Honor, does.
Yeah, what I just read does say no third party.
Right, but this one on the specifically going to the house
Man,
says
all these people,
respondent
these
shall not go to,
lawyers?
because again, this is a temporary, not a final, so you get a little different language.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not making any,
I
might
get
be a higher hill to climb, a harder row to hoe than those old good sayings.
Did he say
At
road to
trial, but for
hoe?
probable cause using circumstantial evidence, I do believe there's
Hey, Love Bug, thank you.
probable cause here based upon everything. As far as bonds, what's your thoughts on bonds, Mr. Grayjack?
Judge, I'd ask for straight pretrial release. I mean, he was supposed to get out today and then this comes up now, a year later and everything, or months later. And so
Thank you,
I'd ask
Bookie.
for straight pretrial release.
Lockup connections. Thank you for that daily heart.
They could
Appreciate
request
you.
standard bonds in this case, Your Honor.
Go
Hey,
back to
Steve,
the,
thank you for that follow.
intake page. Yeah.
Hey, so my wife was like, hey,
I don't want to go.
she found the
he's
box
not been
of the
recommended
outfit
for
on the
straight
floor.
pre-trial. He has some record, as you mentioned, he's already went to
Hey,
trial.
thank you, Lockup
Not a lot of
connections.
record. I won't enhance his bond. I'll just do the $1,000 for the misdemeanor of the first degree, make it a condition of pre-trial release. If Mr. Filipponi gets out of jail by posting a bond, and keep in mind, as that new little speech I gave says, these conditions start right away. He's not allowed to use, possess, or carry firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Can't have any intentional contact with the victim. This means directly, indirectly, through
Brittany?
a third party. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, as well as her home, her vehicles, where she works, or where she goes to school. And you have to abide by any injunction currently in effect, okay? Anything else, Mr. Grayjack?
No, Your Honor.
Love the
All
jacket.
right.
Hey,
Have a
thank
great
you,
day,
Chacha.
gentlemen.
Thanks a
Brittany,
lot.
thank you.
You bet. Have a nice one.
Hey, I'm gonna tell
Any
you
other
what,
private attorneys?
if you're a criminal, you don't care about if the
All
judge
right,
is
no,
telling
we're gonna
you
try to get
you can
pick
have
up the pace a
one of
little
those
bit here. We're
thing
gonna do
things on you.
the gentleman at South County, I've already, fellas and ladies, real quick, I've already read everybody's affidavit, okay? I've already read them back in my office. I spent the better part of lunch and the hour before reading over all of them. I have a pretty good idea
Here's
of
a
what
red one?
I think probable cause consist of.
Debbie,
I'm not
thank
gonna
you.
deprive the attorneys a chance to argue to me, and I'll listen to their arguments and make a final decision. That being said,
What up, Ray Ray?
lots of times folks come up here and want to tell me, hey, Judge, I didn't do this. Keep in mind, I don't know if you did it or not. If I was a witness and saw it happen, then I couldn't be the judge. I would have a conflict there.
Debbie,
So
thank
clearly,
you.
I don't know if you did it or
Haunted
not.
Hearts, thank you.
You guys are all innocent until proven guilty. Bond's not meant to punish you. It's just
Ray
meant to
Ray,
make
thank
sure
you.
you come back to court when you're supposed to. And with that being said, it really doesn't do you any good to stand up there and say, Judge, I want to tell you some things. I didn't do this. And in the process of trying to convince me,
But we
you
want to
shoot
hear that.
yourself
The
in the
audience
foot
wants
by
to hear
saying
that.
things that'll be used against you. Just like that last case illustrated, my job is not to conduct a trial today and call witnesses and listen to them, but to review the four corners of the affidavit that's been presented. And from that, determine if there's probable cause. Just so you guys know, what's needed to win at trial for the state
Is money.
way up here. It's called beyond
A
and to
lot
the
of money.
exclusion of every reasonable doubt. Very high hurdle. What's needed for today, based upon this document, is much, 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 much lower. It's
Which guy
called
is
probable
sleeping?
cause. So it's nowhere near what's needed to win at trial. So just because I find probable cause doesn't mean, oh, you're going to lose a trial. No, they're two different
You're talking about this guy here
standards. So
or this one?
keep that in mind. You really shouldn't be talking today. This is those four things. I'm going to
They're all
tell you what
sleeping.
your charges are, just in case you don't
It's
know.
been a year already,
I'm going to
Cha-Cha?
give you an attorney, appoint you a public defender if you qualify, unless you tell me you're going to hire one. Going to tell you that I've already reviewed this and determined probable cause, and then set
Hey,
a
thank you,
standard bond, okay?
FL
Or
Country.
standard bond or an appropriate bond, I should say.
Michelle,
All
thank
right,
you
we're
for
going to
that.
start with the men in South County. Let's call up Danny Booth. Mr. Booth, you're charged with fleeing or attempting to elude.
Where the hell's Danny at? He's not
The
even at the
lights and
podium, Your Honor.
sirens activated. Sir, you want me to appoint the public defender, or are you going to hire a lawyer? Oh, Ms. Cadena, sorry, I forgot you.
Okay.
Man, this is just definitely in a hurry. He must
Mr.
have like
Cadena,
some. He might be
it's
going
been
to
good time.
Margot Land for some
We can
golf,
do
if
your
you will.
cases at the end if you like.
I would prefer to do them now. I have a meeting
the
after
locker?
this.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I just, it slipped my mind. I had attorneys waiting here. So
That's
my
right, I am,
apologies
Jax.
when you left the screen. I forgot you were there.
Oh, that fool is laid out. I see him now.
Mr. Booth, are you
What
going to
up,
hire a
Michelle?
lawyer or do you want a public defender?
No, public defender.
No interpret. They haven't
All
done the
right, I'll
interpreters
go ahead
yet.
and appoint the public defender provisionally to represent you. Sir, I reviewed your affidavit. I find there's probable cause, setting your bond at $5,000. Have a nice day.
5,000.
There is one in South County, Your Honor, Mr. Galicia.
Okay.
Mr. Galicia, come on down. All right, I think he might be a Spanish speaker, if you will, so I might have to interpret. I might not be interpreting word for word, but I'll do my best, all
Good
right?
afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
¿Necesita intérprete?
Por favor.
Please,
Ok, entonces límites al español, por favor.
only speak Spanish.
Buenas tardes.
Good day.
Mr.
Good day.
Galicia,
Tea time.
Okay.
you're charged with 4 warrants out of
Señor-
Citrus County.
Señor Galicia, tiene usted 4 órdenes de aprehensión del condado de Citrus.
¿Qué?
They are for aggravated battery,
Y son por cargos de agresión
Oh, that's it.
física
This was done. This was
con
going to go to prison for
agravante,
life.
2 counts of aggravated assault,
Oh, he likes to hurt
2
people.
cargos de acometimiento
He
grave
doesn't like to keep
and
his hands to
felony
himself.
criminal mischief.
y también un cargo
Wow.
de causar daños de propiedad.
I cannot appoint a public defender in Polk County
Y yo no le puedo asignar un abogado aquí en el condado de Polk.
because these charges are from Citrus County.
Y es porque estos cargos son del condado de Citrus.
You can hire a lawyer if you'd
You
like,
got a
or wait and
t-shirt.
ask for the public defender once you get back to Citrus County.
Usted puede contratar un abogado si usted lo desea o si prefiere, usted puede pedir un abogado de oficio cuando regrese al condado de Citrus.
I find probable cause to hold you for the charges.
Y encuentro que hay motivo fundado para los cargos.
You'll be held no bond on each of the 4 cases, each of the 4 charges.
Y queda usted detenido sin fianza por estos 4 cargos.
If
Yeah, I'm not the
nothing's
one, thank
holding you, is the local charges here in Polk,
Y que si usted no tiene nada pendiente aquí en el condado de Polk,
then we'll tell Citrus they can come pick you up. If for some
Se le iba-
reason you're still here on December
Em?
the 18th, we'll bring you back to talk to a judge.
Hey, thank you.
vamos a informarle entonces al condado de Citrus que vengan a buscarlo y si por alguna razón aún está aquí para el 18 de diciembre, lo van a volver a traer frente a un juez.
Have a nice day, sir.
Que tenga buen día.
Next up, we have Anderson Jose Acuna
Anderson.
Almond
Jose.
Morales.
Anderson José Acuna Almendrales.
Where's he at? South.
Sir, you're charged with driving an automobile without a license. Do we have that gentleman here?
Tenemos ese caballero aquí,
That was probably sleeping.
el señor Acuña.
This is not Arizona. Come on now. You guys should be able to tell the courts now by this point, unless you're just stumbling across the stream. Does this look like Arizona to
All right,
you?
Mr. Acuna, you're charged with no valid driver's license, but it's been enhanced because of your status in this country.
Life. That's it. No
Señor
driver
Acuña,
license.
tiene
Life
usted un
in Florida.
cargo de no tener licencia válida de manejo, pero este cargo ha sido incrementado por su estado en este país.
Sir, you want me to appoint the public defender?
Señor, ¿quiere usted que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you.
Entonces, yo le asigno uno para que lo represente.
I reviewed your affidavit, finding probable cause, I'm setting your bond at $1,000.
Ya repasé la affidavit y encuentro que hay motivo fundado y tiene usted una fianza de $1,000.
Because you have an ICE hold, I'm asking the clerks to prepare a detainer for my signature.
Por el hecho de que usted tiene una orden para inmigración, yo voy a pedirle a la señorita escribana que prepare una orden de retención para mi firma.
Step to your left, sir. Next up, we
Pase usted a
have
la izquierda.
Maria
Next.
Cruz Ramirez.
If you will.
María Cruz Ramírez.
I've never seen them with shorts in Arizona. Not in court, at least.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving a motor vehicle without a driver's license as an illegal resident.
Illegal resident.
Señora, tiene usted un cargo de estar manejando de estar manejando sin una licencia, siendo una residente ilegal.
You want the public defender?
¿Quiere usted un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint that office to represent you.
Yo le asigno esa oficina para que la represente.
I reviewed the Davenport Police Department affidavit and I find probable cause.
Ya repasé la affidavit del Departamento de Policía de Davenport y encuentro motivo fundado.
Your bond is set at $1,000.
Y tiene usted una fianza de $1,000.
Did you have the ICE holder detainer?
They found one. That's why it's not on there. When we look in the mornings, it's not on there.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
That's it. Good.
Que
Next
tenga
up
buen día,
is
señora.
Arazola.
Jose Arizola Campoy.
José Arrazola Compoy.
He's charged with knowingly driving while his license is suspended.
Tiene un cargo de estar conduciendo con la licencia suspendida a sabiendas.
Sir, do you want the public defender?
¿Tiene usted, quiere que le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll find him to represent you.
Le asigno uno para que lo represente.
Looking at the sheriff's affidavit, I find probable cause and I set your bond at $1,000.
Entonces estoy repasando la affidavit preparada por el sheriff. Encuentro que hay motivo para el cargo y tiene una fianza de $1,000.
Because you have an ICE hold, I'm going to assign a detainer from the clerks.
Y porque usted tiene una orden de retención, voy a firmar una orden de retención
What up, I am Canadian.
ahora.
Hey, what up,
Have a
Cody?
nice day, sir. Step to your left.
Step to your
Que
left. That
tenga
was-
buen día y
he must
pase a
be
la
connected.
izquierda.
That was the only dude
That
wearing
was
socks.
Arizola Kimboy. You bet. Next up, we have,
Henriquez.
yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got the first.
Hey,
It
DC,
is,
thank you. Kelsey. Thank
Abigail
you.
Enriquez Espanza.
Es Biel Enríquez España
Sí,
o Esparza.
España.
España.
Sir,
España.
you have 4 charges. They are
Okay, Your
possession of
Honor.
cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, failure to notify DHS&B of a change in address, and knowingly driving while your license is suspended with knowledge.
Señor,
Life.
tiene usted 4 cargos. Tiene un cargo de posesión de cannabis, posesión de parafernalia. Tiene usted un cargo de no haberle notificado a la agencia de la licencia de cambio de dirección y de manejar con la licencia suspendida a sabiendas.
You want me to appoint the public defender?
¿Quiere usted que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
Smoke
Sir,
weed
each
every
of your
day.
charges have been upgraded 1 degree because of your illegal resident status.
Señor, cada uno de estos cargos han sido incrementados
He's
un
getting live
grado, pues, por su estado legal en aquí.
I'll appoint the public defender.
Le asigno un abogado de oficio.
After reviewing the sheriff's affidavit, I find probable cause.
Y después de repasar el affidavit del sheriff, yo encuentro motivo fundado.
Your bond on the F3 cannabis possession is $5,000.
It's a power play.
La fianza por
For
el
the
cargo que es delito grave en tercer grado de posesión de cannabis es la fianza de $5,000.
Bond on the F3 paraphernalia possession is also $5,000.
El delito grave F3 por posesión de parafernalia también es de $5,000.
Your bond on the remaining 2 misdemeanors are $1,000 apiece.
That's correct, Shelly. Yeah.
Los otros 2 delitos menores son $1,000 por cargo.
Because you have a ICE hold, I will ask the clerks to prepare a detainer for my signatures.
Y por el hecho de que ya tiene usted una orden de retención para inmigración, le pido a la señorita escribana que
Reggie.
prepare una orden de retención para mi firma.
Have a nice day, sir.
Que tenga buen día, señor.
I will say this.
Raquel Perales Alvarez.
If I had no status in the
Raquel
United
Perales
States,
Álvarez,
that's the last state I will live in will be Florida. Because they give you extra charges because
And
you
you're
don't have any
charged with driving
status.
a motor
That don't make any
vehicle
sense.
Without having a driver's license, but
But it does
also
make
being
money.
an illegal resident.
señora, también tiene usted un cargo de no tener licencia válida de manejo, de estar manejando sin licencia y también al ser una residente ilegal.
That was
You
from
want
Polk
me to
County.
appoint the public defender?
¿Quiere usted que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint that office to represent you.
Entonces le asigno esa oficina para que la represente.
I find probable cause, setting your bond at $1,000, and because of your ICE hold, would sign a detainer.
Entonces yo encuentro motivo fundado, tiene una fianza de $1,000, pero porque tiene usted esta orden de retención para inmigración, voy a firmar una orden de retención.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Que tenga buen día, señora.
Requier Simeon Roblero Vasquez.
I'm not sure if Wisconsin live streams. A lot of states do.
Sir, you're charged with driving a motor vehicle without a driver's license.
Life.
Señor, ¿tiene usted un cargo de estar conduciendo vehículo motorizado sin una licencia de manejar?
Because of your
What up, Bookie?
resident status, it has been upgraded to a first-degree misdemeanor.
Por su estado en
County,
este
Florida.
país, este cargo ha sido incrementado un grado.
You want me to appoint the public defender?
¿Quiere usted que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Of course.
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you.
Le asigno uno para que lo represente.
I find probable cause, setting your bond at $1,000, and because of your ICE hold, will sign a detainer.
Encuentro que hay motivo fundado. Voy a fijar una fianza de $1,000, pero porque tiene una orden de detención para inmigración, voy a firmar una orden de retención.
Have a nice day.
Que tenga buen
Oh,
día.
yeah, he's gonna have a real
Good
good
evening,
day now.
Jonathan Rodriguez Figueroa. Sir, you're charged with violating your probation on the charge of battery.
Señor, tiene usted un cargo de incumplimiento de libertad probatorio por un cargo de agresión física.
You want the public defender?
¿Quiere un abogado de oficio?
Entiendo que mi abogado Mark Henry tiene que estar en la sala.
¿Cómo se llama?
Mark Henry.
Mike Henry.
I seem to understand that there's Mark Henry,
Hey, what up, Nico?
who's
Where you
my
been
attorney
at?
that is present.
I haven't seen an attorney that showed up saying they're here for you.
Yo no veo que esté presente un abogado que haya dicho que está aquí para usted.
Now, if you want me to continue this till tomorrow, and you have time to try to get them here, we can do that.
Si usted quiere, yo puedo continuar esto hasta mañana para que usted intente de comunicarse con ellos para ver si pueden estar aquí mañana.
This is Florida.
¿Puedo hacer eso? Yes.
All right, sir, we'll bring you back tomorrow at your request and just try to get your attorney here if that's what you want to do.
Entonces vamos a traerlo de nuevo mañana porque me lo pide, pero para usted trate de conseguir que su abogado que esté aquí presente mañana.
Mira,
He has no
ese-
control over
ese
whether his
muchacho
lawyer's gonna
quiso la
show up
corte
or
porque va a
not.
tener un abogado mañana. No me contesta, ya viste, Valeria.
He's not picking up.
Valeria, yo sinceramente siento que
Hey, sir. Deputy Letchworth, you might need to mute
Pase a
whoever
la
is.
izquierda, señora.
I think it's his wife. She said, I've been calling the lawyer. The lawyer
That
doesn't
brings
pick up.
us to Ricardo Tafoya Guerrado.
Ricardo Tafoya Garrido.
What up, Bella?
Good afternoon, sir. You're charged with driving a motor vehicle without a driver's license.
Señor, ¿está usted aquí por un cargo de estar manejando sin licencia?
Because of your illegal resident status, it has been upgraded one
What up,
degree to a
Charissa?
first degree misdemeanor.
Ooh.
Por
treasure chest?
el hecho de que usted, por su estado
I love
legal
treasure-
en
I
el
love treasure
país,
chests.
este
Thank you,
cargo ha
Charissa.
sido incrementado
Thank you,
a
Sarah.
un delito menor en
What up,
primer
Sarah?
grado.
You want me to appoint the public defender?
¿Quiere usted que yo le asigne un abogado de oficio?
Sí.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
Monica,
appoint them
thank you.
to represent you.
Le asigno uno para que lo represente.
Sir, I've find probable cause, setting your bond
Art,
at
no.
$1,000, and because
It's
of your
not.
ICE hold, will sign a detainer.
Señor, yo encuentro motivo fundado, fijaré una fianza de $1,000 y por su estado migratorio voy a detenerlo ahora
Damn,
y a
Charissa,
firmar
thank
una
you.
orden de retención.
Have a nice day.
Que tenga buen día.
Ms. Martinez, would you make an announcement for me?
Yes, Your
It is
Honor.
NR.
¿Alguien
It
más
is.
que vaya a necesitar un intérprete o asistencia en español?
James? So an ICE hold, this
No
means
response,
that
Your Honor.
they're entering
Thank
the
you, Ms.
country
Martinez. Have a
illegally or
good
they don't
rest
have
of your
any
day.
status.
You too.
All right, moving on to South County, let's call up Matthew Perry.
So they gotta go on. They gotta go
Matthew
in front
Perry's
of
been
immigration
charged
court
with
now.
false ID given to a police officer. Sir, do you want me to appoint the public
Hawaii.
defender?
Oh, we're going to Hawaii in March.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll do that. I looked over your paperwork back in my office, finding
think.
probable cause because of the, because of your history and unstable residence. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000
Nice, Jackie,
cash
thank
or
you.
surety. Have a great day.
Sir, question, I do have a stable residence here and I am working full-time here also. I do have a stable residence and I'm working full-time here as a contractor
Okay.
for,
Then I'll
Painting?
I'll delete that and just base it on your 25 pages of criminal history. Have a good day, sir.
do you know when my next court appearance is?
Yeah, it's 2 days before Christmas, the 23rd. Have a nice
All
day.
right. I think.
Merry
Noah Coker?
Christmas.
Mr. Coker, you're charged with 4 crimes. They are false imprisonment, kidnapping, burglary with an assault or battery, and grand theft. Sir, do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
No, Your Honor, I'll get a lawyer.
Okay, fair enough. Just
Yeah,
so
he's
you
big
and
body,
everybody
shot
else
calling.
behind you knows, if you fail at that or change your mind, you can always ask for a public defender after today, not a problem.
Yes, sir.
I've looked over a warrant back in my office. I believe it was Judge Grow that reviewed it. He's already approved it. That's what's led to your arrest. So there is probable cause. Would the state like to be heard as it relates to bonds on these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
False imprisonment is like kidnapping, but a lower category, if you will. Not letting somebody move.
We would ask that the defendant be held no bond.
Like holding somebody.
And would that be on the kidnapping and the burglary with an assault or battery?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Goins, anything to add from the defense?
I don't have anything that I could add at this point, Your Honor.
Okay.
That was gonna
Mr.
go to
Coker,
prison
having
for a
found
long time.
probable cause, I'm going to set your bond on the false imprisonment. That's a 3rd-degree felony. That'll be $5,000. Judge Grode already set your bond on the grand theft, a 3rd-degree felony, at also $5,000. The other two, the kidnapping and the burglary with an assault or battery, those are punishable by
Chad.
life in prison.
I
So
told
I'm
you.
going to
life.
exercise my discretion and I'm going to hold you no bond on those two. But keep in mind, anything I do today, the judge that you're assigned to can always go back and revisit it and change what I do.
Sharissa,
But I'm going
thank
to hold
you.
you no bond. But just because Judge Grode filled out your warrant and he wanted me to put you on pretrial release, I'm going to do that. Just in the event some other judge changes this, I'm going to place you,
Damn,
these
Sharissa,
bonds are
is
going
it
to be
payday?
conditions of pretrial release, which means pretrial starts right now and all the conditions start right
I'm
now.
gonna be able to afford some eggs today,
if
Sharissa.
you-
Thank you.
Post bond and you by chance do
Yeehaw.
make it onto the street, you have to immediately check in with that office of pretrial release. Call them daily. You have all the standard conditions plus special conditions 16, which says you can't have any weapons or firearms or ammunition in your possession. Special condition 17, which says you can't have zero intentional contact with the listed victim. You have to stay 500 feet away from her home, her vehicles, where she works and where she goes to school. Judge Groves also wanted me to tell you that if you were able to bond out, you wouldn't be released from the Polk County Jail until you've been equipped with an ankle monitor.
Kidnapping, false
He
imprisonment.
wants to make sure he knows where you go at all times. And he's going to also have that you be confined to house arrest while you're on pretrial release. So you'll be confined to your home with the exceptions of court, school, work. They'll give you so many hours a week to go shopping. Anything else from the state, what other exceptions? Yeah, sure, attorney appointments and medical, that goes without saying. Yeah,
You want me to give them,
yeah, sure, I think you'll have an allotted amount, they'll give them to shopping. So pretty much you're gonna be, when you're on pretrial release, if you get out of jail, you'll be confined to your home, except for those rare exceptions that we just
He's
went
not
over.
letting. He's not letting him out.
Attorneys, appointments, court appointments, work if you have a schedule that you can verify, school, church, and they'll give you so much time a week to go shopping. Have a nice day, sir.
Quick question, Your
Sure.
Honor. So I won't be able to bond out until the next appearance on those two charges?
Right, I'm exercising my discretion and holding you no bond, which I'm allowed to do, but you also get to, you and your attorney, when you hire one, they can file a motion. You can get in front of a judge who, I won't be your assigned judge, but whoever you do have assigned to you has every right to take a slower look at this and look a little deeper to see if they want to continue to do what I've done here today and what Judge Crode has done before me.
Damn, Sharissa,
But yeah,
thank
you
you.
can't bond out until something's done with those no bond holds. Your next court date is
I wish Dale Bar. Nah,
January
I
the
don't.
13th.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
For the
And it
most
does
part, I
look
don't.
like a private attorney has notified the clerks that they're on your case. So you do have a private attorney, an attorney by the name of Miranda.
Thank you, baby girl,
Yes,
and
sir.
Alex.
Have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Judge Jamie, this is Kevin Cox. I don't know if you've done any, I've got one case on the docket. Can I call it?
You sure can. I didn't see you, Mr. Cox. And yeah, if I can lay eyes on you, I'll call you out of order. But
Well,
if
they tell me from now on not to have the camera on, but I'll go ahead and hit it so you can see me.
Alex, thank you.
Like I said, that's really
Did we get
more
somebody
for
just
me
pay
just to
me?
notice you're there waiting. So because yeah, I've got two jails looking at and looking at these monitors. So yeah, it's hard for me to see if you didn't turn your camera on. Go right ahead. Who would you like to call up?
Jason Hlasnick, it's Hlasnick. Judge, he's got a misdemeanor case on today. I believe it's case number, let me look, It's a violation of probation, MM250149.
Hey, congrats,
And
Dilly
I
Bar.
received a document earlier
Thank you.
today from Judge Patey saying that was already set for hearing and it was set over to December 30th on the misdemeanor VOP case. He's got 2 felony cases also pending and they're set right now
anybody that's
for
asking any
hearing on
questions,
January
read this
9th.
right here.
Those are not before the court today. And I've advised Mr. Vlasic, I'm trying to get an earlier court date on those. But on this one, Judge,
Lagging.
I tried to get earlier December 30th. That's the quickest I'm going to get.
See my private videos.
That's what's going on now.
Oh,
So
no, I don't want to see those private
he's
videos.
not entitled to a bond on the VOP. I understand that. And Judge Patey set that for December 30th already, I believe.
Well, you know, it's a little tricky, and by that, I mean, county judges like me and Judge Patey, we only do VOPs 2 days every 5 weeks. The first day, which is a Monday after arraignments, we do folks in jail. Not to be confused with some folks, we just send them a notice to appear to come see us and explain why they haven't done what we told them to. That'll be on Tuesday. So Judge Patey sent a notice out for the 30th, but because he's now in custody,
Where are the women
clerks
going?
have moved him up to the 29th. So it is 1 day earlier. All right, so
I can be there, Mr. Hlasnick, and I'll be there on that case. That's your misdemeanor VOP only. The felony ones I'm trying to move up also, okay?
all right, so Mr. Lastic is here for petty theft VOP. Mr. Cox is representing him. I find probable cause from Judge Patey's warrant I'm looking at. She wants him held no bail.
Hey,
We've
Lee, thank
established
you.
that his new court date is December 29 at 12:45. Have a great day, gentlemen.
Judge, that's all I
Mr.
have.
Cox, Mr.
Yeah.
Cox, do you happen to have a female? She's saying that she hired you.
What's her
Yeah.
name?
Last name is Walmsley. First name Carrie.
Yes, Carrie Walmsley is my client. Is she there?
She is, yes.
I'll call her up. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Cox
I
is your
know,
attorney.
I understand that, and I'm trying to figure out why I can't get a
Sarah,
bond
thank
when
you.
I was in the hospital. And there's documentation that I missed work release in the
Jason,
hospital.
Jason, no,
Shut
that's
your
on your
mouth.
felony case, and I
That's a-
understand that. I've got all the documents.
That's a good lawyer right there.
I understand. I've got the motion. I'm trying to get a hearing quicker than what was on there now. That's on your felony cases and the misdemeanor. You're set for December 29th. I've already checked. Judge Patey's not going to set any quicker hearing than that right now.
All right.
All right, let's call up Carrie
defeated.
Walmsley.
Yes.
Judge,
Ms.
Ms.
Walmsley,
Walmsley is
you're-
my client. I did not realize she had first appearance today. I was advised the other day by one of her friends that she was in jail. She's been my client on and off for probably 8 years, something like that.
That's dedication
And
right there.
I'll be putting in on her case, and I'll be down to see you, Carrie. I don't know if she has bond on this case right now.
But she doesn't
But
right
just-
now. I'm about to give her bonds on this one, but considering strongly revoking her bonds on the earlier case. But let's just go through the motions here. Ms. Walmsley, you're charged with possession of meth, amphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia.
What up,
Mr.
Patricia?
Cox is your attorney. Is that fair to say, Mr. Cox?
Yes, Judge, I'll be putting on that case today.
Okay.
I was advised about it, and I have been retained on the case, Judge.
Okay, so I've reviewed her affidavit back in my office, and I find probable cause for these 2 charges. Because she has an open felony, could you just remind me what the charges are in 7065?
Judge, I'm on that case also, but I don't remember the charges on it exactly.
Yeah,
I
it looks like
remember the
it's,
facts, but I don't know what the charges are. It's something about
Sure.
resisting.
it's basically your accessory after the fact and harassing in a felony first degree proceeding. So
Yes,
because
Judge.
of these 2 charges, and because you're already on bond, I'm going to elevate the bonds in these 2, which is the meth will now be 7,500 and the paraphernalia is 2,500. So 10,000 for the case you're here for today. But because I found probable cause and you're out on bond, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release and your bond.
What
That
up, beautiful?
earlier case, it holds you no bond in 25 CF 7065 pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State. Mr. Cox, you told me you're already on that case as well. So
What up, Gordy?
no issues with a public defender on that one. Okay. Have a great day, ma'am. You too, sir.
Or it's.
All right, Carrie.
Hey, I'm good.
Judge, that's all I have today.
As
May I
long
be
as I'm not in
excused?
jail or prison,
Yeah, Mr.
that's
Cox,
always a
have a
good day.
nice day, sir.
You do. Go Dogs.
All right, bye.
Dang, he's strict.
All right, moving right back to our list, trying to finish up the gentleman in South County. We'll
Jess,
call
thank
up
you.
Jeffrey Daniels.
Where's Daniel's at? Oh, he's.
And this one?
Is that him up there?
This one.
Hey, what up, Courtney? How's it going?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. Jeffrey Daniels, you have 3 charges you're here for. Resisting, well, it looks like it's resisting a merchant is what we commonly refer to it as well as petty theft and battery. Each of those is a misdemeanor. Sir, do you want the public defender?
Yes. Okay. I know you said I can't fight anything here, but I didn't batter anybody.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. I've looked over the affidavit and I find probable cause for these 3 charges.
Open your
I'm gonna leave
eyes.
your
that's
bonds
it.
where they are. It's the standard bonds. The battery is 1,000, the resisting is 1,000, and the petty theft is 250. Good luck to you, sir. Have a great day.
Okay.
Next up is Jared Davis.
Damn, that whippersnapper.
Mr. Davis, you're
That
here
was
on
on a
total
walker?
13 charges. 6 of them are new, and then you
13?
have 7 VOPs. The new charges are possession of drug
All of
paraphernalia,
a sudden.
possession of alprazolam,
Oh, President.
burglary, possession of burglary tools, grand theft of a controlled substance, and possession of a prescription drug without a prescription.
That's
All
my
of the-
prescription, sir.
All of the other charges, the 7 remaining ones, are all violations of probation. Looks like there's petty theft, burglary, petty theft, burglary, petty theft, burglary, and petty theft. Sir, do you want the public defender on each of these 13 charges?
Yes, and these are all new charges?
No, sir. The first 6 are new. The 7, the last 7 I said were VOPs.
Hey, Joe, thank you.
But the prescriptions that's my prescription.
How dare you admit
Sir, do
to
you want
that?
the public defender?
Yes.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Sir, I've looked over the affidavit. I read it back in my office. Finding probable cause for 6 new charges and the 7 VOPs. Your bond on the paraphernalia possession is $2,500.
Órale.
On the alprazolam, it's $7,500. On the
Ooh, the
burglary,
women
it's
are back.
also $7,500. The burglary tools is $5,000. Grand theft of a
Gracie.
controlled substance is $5,000. And the possession of a prescription drug without a prescription is $2,500.
That's like a
On
$1
all the
million right there.
VOPs, you'll be held no bond.
Lisa, thank you.
On the new charges, those bonds will all be conditions of pretrial release. So if you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with the Office of Pretrial Release, sign up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. No weapons or firearms, no intentional contact with the listed victim. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work or where they go to school. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Might as well be $1 million. That all
That
that
brings
stuff was gonna
us
add up.
to
It was easy to like
Antron
over like
Foster.
30 or 40,000, 30 or 40 grand.
Antron Foster is charged with a warrantless VOP from Hillsborough on a charge of trafficking in fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Third, you not allowed to appoint a public defender because it's a different circuit, a different elected public defender. You can hire a lawyer now if you want, or wait till you get back over there and ask for the public defender. I've looked over the paperwork, finding probable cause.
OMG.
Gonna hold you no bond, and if you have nothing that here in Polk County, then Polk's gonna call Hillsborough and say, come on over here and get him.
Come on,
If for some
dang.
reason you're still here next week, we'll bring you back to talk to me or another county judge, okay? Have a nice day, sir.
Okay, and Your Honor, I told the officer that I had got permission from my parole officer to come to Lakeland on Conby to go to a clinic. And when I asked him to give her a call, she wasn't at the office and he wasn't able to get in touch with her. But it's in my cell phones, the record showing that I asked for permission to come and she granted it. And he wouldn't let me show him the permission from my probation
Should have printed
officer.
it out.
You
I would be carrying it on my
attorney,
phone.
sir, you need to talk to them about those potential defenses, okay?
Okay, no, I'm just saying that I had permission to come to Polk County.
He don't
and
care. I
the
don't
officer-
care.
You might have heard me earlier say, I don't know if you're guilty of this or if you're in violation. I'm not a witness. If I was standing there listening to you talk to your probation officer, I'd know for sure what you're telling me is true, but I wasn't. And I'm not allowed to do that because I couldn't be the judge if I was a witness. That's why we
Okay.
have trials and hearings. So
Okay.
you're certainly welcome to present all those defenses at your hearing, okay?
Okay, and then I'll be able to get a bond?
When you get back over to Hillsborough, talk to that judge over there who's assigned to your case.
Okay, thank
Mario Lopez Jr.
Mario Lopez.
Sir, you're charged with domestic violence, battery, and
That's not the Mario
resisting
Lopez I
without
know.
violence. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I would go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you.
What?
Sir, I've
AC,
looked over the affidavit, I find probable
AC, more like
cause.
AC Trader.
Is there any way we could get this set for a speedy trial?
Hold on, sir. You've got a lot of pending cases and I want to focus on this, okay? So let me get through this first. He's been ROR'd, he's in the inmate division on all of those. Did you say probation case? So
He does have a phone.
he's actually.
Hey, dude, thank you for that heart.
My probation got terminated.
I just got
All
reinstated.
cases are in inmate division, if I read that note right. So, sir, let me get you back on track, okay? We got some questions that need answering, but could you tell me that you want the public defender on these two charges?
Yeah, but I would also like to set this for a speedy trial. I have a review set for February.
All right, if I didn't already say it, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I did review the affidavit and I find probable cause. So now we're up to the fourth step.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I also had my House Representative staff analysis notarized a couple weeks ago, and my UCC affidavit of reservations for rights 1-308/1-207 notarized and signed as well.
Oh, this guy's a jailhouse lawyer, if you will.
On the 24 MM 10480, he is currently on active probation. On the other one, there are open cases that he's in the inmate division, is that right? Okay,
They're all in the, you don't even the VOP.
Yes.
so the VOP,
He's been in demon comfortable.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I have a state a state doctor on my some of the prior cases you just now mentioned.
If you will.
And I was deemed bipolar and schizophrenic by my state doctor, but by my personal doctor, I was not diagnosed anything other than diagnosed with traumatic brain injury.
If you will.
all right, sir.
And that's all in some of the documents that I got sent into the clerk of courts, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
All right, sir.
I mean,
What I'm
willing
going to
take it up
do is
higher
I'm going to
court,
set
so-
your bond on the domestic battery at 7,500, your bond on the resisting without at 2,500.
On the other
And make
account.
those bonds conditions of pretrial release. If you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with pretrial, sign up in person, calling them on Thursdays. All the standard conditions plus no firearms, weapons, or ammunition in your possession, no intentional contact with the victim, directly, indirectly, or through a
Where'd
third
he
party.
go?
Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their
He
home, their
bounced.
vehicles, where they work or where they go to school.
Good old Katie.
Have a nice day, sir.
Katie, thank you.
That brings us to Daniel McCoy.
Daniel McCoy, come on. Damn, Daniel. He walked away. That fool shook. Hey, what's up, Cindy? How's it going? Let me see. Were they on Orange Shores?
Mr. McCoy, you're charged with, by amended information, you're charged with dealing in stolen property, 2 counts, and artifice to defraud a
Ah, wow.
financial institution. You already have an attorney, it looks like he does, so sir, you have an attorney on the whole case. The charges just got amended, so you'll continue to have that attorney. I've looked over the habeas that was generated after this. The habeas was generated after the information was amended, finding probable cause, setting your bond on the dealing in stolen property at 10,000 per count, and on the artifice to defraud a financial institution also at 10,000. So these 3 charges you're here for are all each 10,000. I'm gathering he's on pretrial already. So, sir, I believe you were already on pretrial. I'm going to confirm that, but these charges are going to be.
What up,
He's
Anthony?
not on none of those other charges. Okay. Now, if he's already been through first appearances and he wasn't put on pretrial, any of the charges,
He was here last week.
no pretrial. So they do the
I'm
state.
aware of, I just know that I remember his name and the charges.
All right, sir. So it's just 10,000 per count on these 3 charges you're here for. Have a nice day.
Did somebody page me?
That brings us to Justin Pierce.
413-134.
Mr.
Or
Pierce, you're
143.
charged with a warrant out of Lee County. The charges are possession of paraphernalia and possession of a controlled substance. I cannot appoint a public defender here, but you can always ask for a public defender when you get back down south to Lee County, or hire an attorney at any point. Any idea when the pickup is scheduled? I know sometimes you'll have that information and sometimes you don't.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I went to court Tuesday, the other day. My public defender sent out an email to them telling them to, if they could, lift the warrant and reinstate my bond because I was in your court, or this jail right here, for my court date. They have paperwork and all evidence that I was in here, that I missed court because I was in here.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, any idea, how many times, when did he first come to first appearance
What a
on this, or
craziness.
when did he? It's
are
a
you
moving, it's a moving goalpost, so to speak,
My
and by
goodness,
that, I
sir.
mean, not everybody's the same. When we have a warrant from somebody, or a warrantless BOP from down south or another county, well, sometimes it's because you're out past curfew, or sometimes it's because you.
I'm not on probation, sir.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm just using that as an example of saying that, that when we have pickups from other places, you know, they're not all the same category. By that, I mean that we're not going to release you to Lee County if you have a local charge. So that didn't happen. So once your local charge goes away, they bring you back to see me. And then we tell you, okay, well, nothing's holding you here. We're going to notify Lee County. And then we hope Lee County comes quickly. Sometimes they don't. We have to figure out what to do with it. So any idea when his local charge was resolved?
What up, Jesse?
I want to ask you if you would please state the name of the public defender who assisted him in that local charge.
Tuesday, Your Honor.
So he's been back
He resolved.
Tuesday of this week?
12/9.
And why is he brought back?
He went to experience on all of his stuff. Yeah, the Lee County and the locals. He resolved it, so now he's back to make sure Lee County picks him up today, but that was on December 5th when the first appearance.
But he was under a Polk County hold until the 9th. Polk County had charges in Polk County until the 9th. So now that those have gone away, he's coming back just for me to say, all right, now we're going to notify Lee County. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, sir. So yeah, there's no reason why Lee County can't come to get you. You don't have anything keeping you in our jail. So if they haven't come to get you between now and the 18th, we'll bring you back to talk to me or another county judge to figure out why. Have a nice day, sir.
Hey, what up, Kimberly?
You know what I said the other day? I wish there was almost a different category. We should put these all these bringbacks, they're all in different postures. I wish instead of just juggling us in, we almost put them at the end of the docket and do them all separately. You can put them in a category. What do you mean you put them in a category of, all right, these people are all here for the first time after their local charges are done. These people are all here because it's been a week and their local charges, I mean, they haven't been picked up. And then these are people are here that they come back another week because they're all different.
Yes.
It varies. All right, so this gentleman, hopefully Lee County, which I hope they would come get him between now and the 18th. If not, we'll talk about it.
All right. And Your Honor, if I may, is the case that he just has disposed of here in this county, 25 CF 10055?
Yes.
Did somebody say 5-5?
Moving right along, Jim Self. And this was Mr. Self, I think, is the fella that didn't want to be sworn in. Am I right?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, thank you, Alex. Highly appreciate you. I appreciate you guys that tune in day after day.
Mr. Self,
whenever I'm
are
on.
you waiving the reading of Mr. Self's charges?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
Don't waive the readers. We want to hear what it is.
Mr. Self, you're charged with a 3rd-degree felony. Real quick, just so I know what I'm dealing
Ireland,
with.
hell yeah.
You don't want to swear or affirm, or you just were kind of being difficult and didn't want to raise your hand?
What up, Matthew?
You just let me know what your
Alex,
position
thank you.
is.
I'm exercising my right to remain silent, Your Honor.
Okay, fair enough. Not a problem. All right, sir, you're charged with a 3rd-degree felony. You want the public defender?
Hey, what up from
Yes,
Michigan, Tracy?
sir.
Okay. Like I said, I don't think you have to be under oath just to tell me your desires. That's not, so I didn't mind asking you that question. If I got into a deep dive into your finances, then you probably need to be under oath. But since you're just telling me your desire of what you
South
want, I
Carolina,
don't think
that's
that
right.
requires it. So, sir, I'll appoint the public defender. I've looked at the affidavit. I find probable cause, setting your bond at 5,000. Have a
What
great
up,
day.
Gail?
That brings us to Andrew Sylvester.
Andrew Sylvester, come on,
Mr.
man.
Sylvester, you're charged with felony criminal mischief, 2 counts. You want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Show this is. So he's already made the first appearance on other charges.
Yes.
That y'all were treating this as an add-on, even though it's a different affidavit. I assume to be for it to be an add-on, the affidavit number is the same. Because it looks like on the add-on charges does not violate creature it was placed on brief. So 13, 14, 16, 17, fair enough. They may or may not be technically true add-ons or just a separate incident. All right, sir, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've looked over your affidavit from Lakeland PD, finding probable cause based upon my reading of the affidavit. It looks like you have not any ties, very little, if any, ties to Polk County that I can tell, no stable residence. I'm going to set your bond on each of these at $10,000 cash or surety, making it a condition of pretrial release like your other case that you have already been placed on pretrial release for, with special conditions 13, 14, 16, and 17. The call-in date will be the same pretrial release conditions, 13, 14, 16, and 17, which is no alcohol possession or consumption, no bars or lounges can be attended, random breaths, and no guns or weapons can be possessed, and no contact with the victim. Step to your left, sir. Dante Williams. Mr. Williams, you're charged with resisting without violence. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Appoint him. Reviewed your affidavit, finding probable cause, setting your bond at $2,000. Have a nice day.
Yes, sir.
All right, is that everybody from South County?
Nope.
If it is, thank you so much.
We got 2
Deputy.
more.
It is not, Judge.
All right, who else is in South County? It's have them step
Matthew
up there if you
Carter.
would.
We got 2 more,
Matthew
Your Honor.
Carter.
Yeah.
This judge is acting like he can't see.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, we had you down as being in Central, but things can change, right? You've obviously have moved from Central. You're now in
Yes, sir.
South County. I can see it with my own eyes.
Yes,
Matthew
sir.
Carter,
It
you're
didn't seem
charged
like
with
it.
possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, sir. I'm not too sure why I'm being, that stuff wasn't even mine. I don't, yes,
It
sir.
wasn't mine.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yes, sir.
appoint the public defender to represent you. I've read your affidavit, finding probable cause, setting your bond on the meth at 5,000, your bond on the tampering at
Caso
5,000.
cerrado.
The paraphernalia is 1,000. And because you were out on bond on 25 CT 7700, I'm going to revoke your bond on that, hold you no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker versus State, and appoint a public defender on that case if you don't already have one. Have a nice
Yes.
day, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have a full-time job, sir.
Not anymore.
And I also have my kids. I'm going through a horrible divorce right now to where I'm almost fixing to lose my home that I own. And I get my kids every other weekend, and my wife is, I don't know what she's doing or where she's going with hers, but I need to be there for my children, and it's almost Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with what you say, that you need to be there for them.
Yes, sir.
But until, I don't know, that case number might be assigned to me because I'm one of the county judges that do the criminal traffic. I
Yes,
don't know
sir.
if it is or isn't, but I'm gonna be working up until Christmas, so you can always try to get in front of me if it's me or one of the other judges between now and then, if you want to try to resolve that case But yeah,
Yes,
you're
sir.
gonna be held no bond on the criminal traffic because the way I look at it, you're out on bond on a crime. And then you got
Yes,
charged
sir.
with committing a higher crime,
Yes,
a
sir.
worse crime.
The reason that I was out on bond is for me going through that divorce. I moved away from my home. I was staying with my grandmother, and I had told the officer that I spoke with, and I guess I was supposed to immediately go and move my address on my driver's license. It really wasn't a crime, sir. It was just I didn't change my address.
Well, that's the crime,
Oh.
depending on the facts of it and how long it is. You only have so much time to get down to DMV and change your address on your
Yes,
driver's
sir.
license, okay?
Yes, sir. And the same thing's going on with it right now is that this Thursday is my appointment at the DMV to change my driver's license, the address. Because they're just
Oh, you're in front of the division that currently doesn't have a judge assigned, so we're all pitching in. But you can certainly, you and your attorney can try to get in front of one of us that are covering court as quick as you can if you want to try to resolve this, okay?
yes,
Have a
sir.
great day, sir.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
It wasn't me.
Ms. Goins, go right ahead.
I'm trying to clarify, talk about three things. On his traffic case, 25 CT 7700, does he have an attorney?
I just appointed them if they don't already have one, but y'all want to tell
No,
me.
you appointed him on the new case.
No, yeah, when I appointed the new case,
Shit,
and
in
anytime I
California, it takes
park or
six-
someone,
it
I'll
takes
stay.
6 months.
If you don't already have an attorney, since I'm taking you in no bond, I'm going to appoint the public defender.
You know, what I meant was, if he has an attorney, I can contact that person and say he came.
Yeah, well, I can check. Yeah, I mean, I just was clarifying that I did just appoint them if they weren't
Oh, yes,
already.
sir. I know
but-
that. I'm just talking about, I can't find it on my computer. That's
Clerks have said there is no attorney that was previously on the case. But again, I just appointed the public defender, so it's in the M7
Got that.
division. So yeah, you can get a hold of the M7 attorneys and maybe they can get them in front of us between now and.
I just thought he already had one. Okay, thank you.
You bet, no problem. Do we
Thank
also
you,
have
Kurt.
Delgado Weidman there?
There we go, sir.
What do you guys think this guy did right
I'm
here?
sorry, I didn't. Tell me that name again?
Del Rigo.
All right, yeah, I know.
The 500
Del
foot judge.
Rigo Weidman. So you're Weidman, but your first name I mispronounced it.
Yes, sir. You was almost there though.
All right, thank you so much for correcting me.
Yeah.
Mr.
What up, NY Nick?
Weidman, you're charged with resisting without violence, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, and possession of paraphernalia. You're also here because you got arrested after failing to appear for court on a charge of domestic battery. You want the public defender on each of these 4 charges?
No,
You want
sir.
the public defender?
I'm supposed to be bonding out because I don't have no drug charges, period. All I had was when I got arrested in the sheriff's car, I had a warrant for domestic battery, which my wife dropped in November last year. And then I felt when I went to the court, I talked to the judge. She told me to come to the court and she's gonna drop the charge. But when I get to the court, the bailiff told me that I had a warrant for child support. So if I wanted to, I could leave the courthouse if I ain't got the money. So the bailiff for the courtroom told me I can leave. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him I ain't got the money. So he was like, if I owed you, I'll leave because they're gonna keep you. The judge is gonna throw out the what's the name? And I didn't have no drugs or nothing on me. I don't get it. I didn't have no drugs or nothing on me. Like I didn't get caught with nothing.
The policeman that arrested you disagrees, and that's
No,
what's
that's
contained
he
in
must be talking. Listen, sir, the guy that came earlier, Antoine Foster or whatever, that's who was the guy that got with whatever that is. But I got put in the back seat for just not violation probation, but
Mr. Weidman, my name is Deborah Goins. I'm a lawyer
Yes,
with
sir.
the Public Defender's Office.
I
I'm
have
familiar
cameras in
with
my
the
house. He went in my house and with the guy, and he came out my house and they told
Weidman.
yes, sir.
This is not a trial of your case, and you're saying a lot of information that if I were your lawyer on the case, I would not necessarily want you to be doing it right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought I would guarantee have a bond because I did not get caught with nothing ever
Mr.
whatsoever.
Weidman,
I got
here's
cameras in my house. Yes,
Cameras?
yes, ma'am.
There's an accusation. It's only an accusation that
I
you,
didn't know,
that
but excuse
you
me,
had some kind of prescription medication that wasn't yours.
I didn't have
That's
none of that. I never got, I'm sorry. I
I
understand.
advised you as I advised you, so if you would take my advice, I would just remain silent at this point and deal with your, and discuss
Snitched on
this
his
with your
boy.
lawyer, okay?
Can I get a bond though? Because I never, like, was on probation. I
goodness.
never,
Mr. Wyman, it's time to get back on track, okay? So listen to my questions and
Yes,
please
sir.
Oh,
answer
my
my
goodness.
questions.
yes, sir.
I told you the charges. The second
Yes, sir.
thing I do is I deal with your attorney, whether or not you want to hire one or you want me to appoint the public defender. I think I've asked you 3 times and you've not
Oh, I'm
answered me
sorry,
yet.
sir. I just was confused because I didn't never, the sheriff that arrested me never said they
I
had no
know, I
drugs.
know. Listen to my question. Don't tell me things while you're
Yes,
confused.
sir.
I'm just back to my question.
Really?
Do you want me to appoint the public defender? It makes no difference to me. You can say yes or no. I just need an answer.
I want a lawyer, paid attorney.
All right. You want
Well,
to
I
hire
mean-
your own?
Yes, I'm gonna have to if you say I got drug charges I don't know nothing about. I'm gonna have,
You
All
can
of a
hire your own
sudden-
if you want, and if you change your mind, ask for the public defender later. Sir, I've looked
Uh-huh.
over your affidavit as well as Mr. Foster's. From yours, I find probable cause for the charges. I'm gonna set your bond on the resisting at 1,000, on the paraphernalia,
Whoa.
1,000, on the possession of a
Whoa.
controlled substance without a prescription, 5,000, and on the failure to appear capious for the domestic, that is going to be $1,000 set by Judge Griffin. Have a great day, sir.
thank you, sir.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Any other folks in South County? If not, let's get to the ladies.
That fool got.
Chelsea Albritton. Miss Albritton, you're charged with resisting without violence, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of meth, and trespass. Do you want the public defender? I'm sorry, ma'am, they have you muted, so I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your affidavit from the sheriff. I find probable cause.
Yeah.
Looks like you got quite a bit of history in your past. Gonna set your bond at the standard bonds, 1,000 on the resisting, 1,000 on the paraphernalia, 5,000 on the meth, and 1,000 on the trespass. Have a nice day. That brings us to Attorney Biggs, who's been charged with failing to appear for court on a charge of battery. Ms. Biggs, do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I'm looking at Judge Griffin, his case. Find probable cause, and he set your bond at 1,000. Have a nice day.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Is there any way I can be released on my own recognizance? Because I was not aware of the court date. I was not served for the court date. I didn't know I had the court date. I didn't find out until I got until I got pulled over with someone else, and they told me I had a warrant for FTA. I didn't know
Yes,
anything
ma'am.
about it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not in a position to disagree with you. I just don't know. But I can quickly ask the clerks if you can tell that her summons got returned undeliverable. So can you show an undeliverable? Now, if there's proof that I can hang my hat on that we got confirmation that you didn't get your summons, I'll let you out. And then, and when did that come back related to when Judge Griffin set the?
It's in her phone. The phone she doesn't have access to because it's locked up in the property room. Your Honor, just let me get to the
So,
phone and I'll
did
show you.
did he know about it? And by that, when he was issued the capias, on the day he issued,
Right.
had you clerks already been aware that it was undeliverable versus 3 days after he issued the capias, it didn't come back in as undeliverable, so he never would have known.
Oh, okay. Right. It
The
did-
timing is important.
Right, it did come after the snap out was processed, so it looks like it came back like in forth and we processed the snap on May 29th.
Ma'am, you're right, I agree. I'm gonna ROR you, I'm gonna give you a court date. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You didn't know about it, I just confirmed it. You'll be ROR'd, but I'm gonna give you a court date. Do you know where she's gonna be
Well,
going
it's
to?
gonna just stay in Bartow. It's gonna go on an MM arraignment date, which is gonna be on January 15th at 8:30.
All right, ma'am, you got a court date in Bartow. We're gonna send you a notice. Did you say she has corrected her, address?
Her address was incorrect. I never updated it. That's why she
To
didn't
this
get
day,
that.
she still doesn't have it updated.
I'm not sure as of right this second, but that's what we looked up earlier. And she's on the Travis case. So.
So ma'am, bottom line is we're gonna keep sending the mail to the address we have on file, which if it
Can I
ain't
give-
right, it's gonna go to the wrong address.
Can I
But
give you
that's
an
why
address?
I'm gonna tell you out of the horse's mouth what your court date is. Your court date, just in case you don't get the mail or the summons, is January 15th of next year at 8:30, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna send it to the address we have on file. Since I'm letting you out of jail, if I'm you, I'm hustling over to the clerks and making
Yes.
sure they got the right address.
Yes.
Do you guys think she's gonna show up? I personally don't think she's gonna show
Ma'am,
up. She's probably gonna end up moving or
Do
something.
you live at a 2415 address?
Yes.
That's what we have in the system now, 2415. Now, I hope that's pretrial. Does pretrial share that information with the clerks?
That's
Y'all
the
have-
address that I gave them when I was arrested, this, just now for this.
2415 is her numerical
She gotta show up
address.
after they arrest her again for driving for
Yeah, they
speeding
got
or
410
something.
Fifth Avenue. That's why you didn't get it. So the clerks have it wrong. So you might need to update that. And Madam Clerk, it's her responsibility. I get that, but the pretrial release has her down at 2415.
Okay.
So,
Well, I can write that.
yeah, you want to come look at this so I don't broadcast to the world what her address is?
Okay.
Nah.
You read that?
Thank you.
Yeah, so the clerks just looked, the right hand now knows what the left hand knows. Pretrial had it right. The clerks who send out the notices had it wrong.
Hey, thank you, Steezy.
The pretrial just told me you updated it literally hours ago when you came through the pretrial investigation. So they both had it wrong until they just got it right. All right, ma'am.
Thank
So
you,
you're-
Gabs.
You'll be getting out of jail,
Happy
ROR, come to court on that day we gave you. Have a great day.
You too.
Ho, ho, ho. Now walk it off.
Action Cotton.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with 4 things. They
Make you make
are
money.
domestic violence, assault, trespass, and 2 counts of felony battery based upon a prior conviction. Do you want the public defender on each of these?
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and appoint that office to represent you. Ma'am, I looked over your affidavit back in my office. I reviewed it in its entirety and I find probable cause for the 4 charges. Your bonds on the trespass is $1,000. Your bond on the remaining 3 charges is $5,000. So grand total is $6,000. Those bonds are going to be conditions of pretrial release. So if you post those bonds, immediately check in with the pretrial release office. Call them on Thursdays. You have all the standard conditions of pretrial, plus the following special conditions. Condition 16 and 17 says you can't have any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives while you're on pretrial. And you're not allowed to have any intentional contact with any of the, I think there's 3 total victims. You can't have contact with any of those victims, directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from them, their home, their vehicles, where they work or where they go to school. Have a nice day, ma'am.
For the charges, is it 5,000 each for the batteries, or because I heard 6,000? Okay, so 5,000.
Yes, ma'am.
It should be 16,000.
Yeah,
Like for
domestic. Yeah, the felonies, the F3s are 5. That's the standard bond. Standard bond for a domestic is 5,000. And then the trespass is 1,000, so 16 total. Bringing up Kaylee Garner. Miss
Hospital.
All right, Miss Garner's in the hospital. We'll bring her back tomorrow. I'll be doing it again. So let me put her at the front of my list so I don't have to read it again. That brings us to Cassidy Keene, who we've already done, and Melissa Lee. Melissa Lee is next. Miss Lee, you're charged with possession of meth and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them. I've looked over your affidavit from the sheriff. having found probable cause, you got quite the history, but I'm gonna leave your bonds where they are. 5,000 on the meth possession, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Have a nice day. You bet. Stephanie McCrimmon.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
McCrimmon, good afternoon. You're charged with exploitation of the elderly. That's punishable up to 15 years in prison. Do you want me to appoint the public defender, or are you gonna hire a lawyer that you choose?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint that office to represent you. Ma'am, I've read your affidavit from the city of Winter Haven. Back in my office, I read it. I find there's probable cause to support this charge. I'm gonna set your bond at $10,000 cash or surety and make it a condition of pretrial release. So if you're able to post that bond, you'll be getting out of jail. Keep in mind, those conditions start right away, right now. If you post bond, you gotta go sign up with them in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All the standard conditions plus special conditions 16 and 17, which is, I'm just gonna do 17. I don't even need 16 on this one. 17 is you're not allowed to have any intentional contact with the victim. Now, I understand your relationship, but she's the victim as of the filing of this. So you're not allowed to have any intentional contact with her.
What up, Anita?
Her vehicles, where she resides. I understand the dynamic there, but you have to stay 500 feet of where she resides, as well as any school or workplace she has. I think that covers it all. All right, have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you.
That brings us to Julia Miranda. Ms. Miranda, you're charged with possession of paraphernalia, possession of methamphetamine, tampering with physical evidence, and burglary of an unoccupied dwelling. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint that office to represent you. Ma'am, I've looked over yours and Mr. Jordan's affidavit. I find probable cause for your 4 charges. The bond on the paraphernalia is 1,000.
Hey, plot twist.
5,000 on the meth.
She's 25 years old.
5,000 on the tampering and 10,000 on the
Or she
burglary.
used to be.
Those bonds are going to be conditions of
So
pretrial
that Matt
release.
got a hold of
If
her.
you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with the office of pretrial release, signing up in person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have all the standard conditions of
way.
pretrial release, plus the following special conditions. You're not allowed to have any intentional contact with the alleged victim, directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Stay 500 feet away from the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work, or where they go to school. And also, since this property appeared to be unoccupied, you must stay 500 feet away from the event location.
Kirk, you
Have a
ain't
nice day,
right.
ma'am.
When is my court date?
It is on January 13.
13th. Okay, thank you.
You bet. Adeshola Momoa.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with failing to appear for jury selection on the prostitution charge. Let's take a look. You already have a lawyer on this.
Hey,
I
education's
find
about to get
probable
worse too.
cause based upon
So this is
Judge, I believe it
coming
was
to a
Judge
store
Cole.
near,
Yep,
near
Judge
you.
Cole's capias. Judge Cole wants you held no bond. We'll hold you no bond. You'll be assigned to a division here in Bartow. Have a nice day.
When is my trial date?
We don't have a trial date yet since you failed to appear for your trial, but you'll go back to pretrial at a division here in Bartow. If y'all,
Yes, sir.
that'll be with me. You'll come see me on New Year's Eve. I think someone will be filling in for me that day, but you're assigned to my division. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, that's what our future's
Yeah.
gonna be looking like
Teresa
right now.
Parkerson?
They're dismantling our whole education system.
Ms.
So
Parkinson, you're charged with petty theft.
We're
You
in
want
trouble.
the public defender?
Yes, please.
Appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause. And
thank you, Crystal.
setting your bond at $1,000. Have a nice day, ma'am. Another decoy, Miss Goins, another decoy.
And people don't even see that. They don't even see it coming right now. That there's everything they're
There was a
dismantling right now.
tricycle, I believe.
By the time
That's a
everybody
new-
catches
a new
on
one.
and gets on the boat, they'll be like, I didn't
Catherine
know that was
Quinn?
gonna happen.
Yes, when you're charged with 3 separate VOPs, what put you on probation were unlawful possession of other people's identification, possession of meth, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender? In fact, before you answer that, I can see you already have a lawyer.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Public
find
defender.
probable cause based upon Judge Pinkett's warrant. She wants you held no bond. You'll go see, a circuit judge on the 16th of this month. Have a nice day.
Hey, be
Yes,
free.
sure,
I'll
thank
believe
you.
it when I see it. I don't think that's what's happening.
Like Judge Pinkett was covering for Judge Barber, I believe. Yeah.
That's correct. And Miss Quinn is my client.
Okay. She'll go back to see Judge Barber. I think Judge Barber's back in the building
She's
pretty
looking
soon here.
thicker than a thicker than a Snickers bar,
Shirlene
if you
Reyes
will.
Acevedo is charged with domestic violence and battery. Ma'am, do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Yes.
I'll appoint that office to represent you. I looked over the City of Lakeland affidavit. I do find probable cause for the charge. You have been recommended for straight pretrial release. I agree with that. So you'll be getting out of jail today without posting any monetary bond. You'll be getting out.
These ain't the.
You
your
probably
regular
won't make it to
CO20s.
pretrial today. They'll be closed by the time you get out. So tomorrow, you have to get over to pretrial quick as you can. Sign up in person, calling them on Thursdays. All the standard conditions, plus special conditions 16 and 17. 16 says you can't have weapons or firearms in your possession. 17 says you can't have any contact with the alleged victim. This means directly, indirectly, or through a third party.
Anybody want to pick her
Stay
up?
500 feet away from him, his home, his vehicles, where he works or where he goes to school. Now, let me ask you, do you have items that you would like to retrieve from the residence that he lives?
I wonder what he did.
No.
Okay.
Or she
So
did.
if you did, I'd give you a chance to go back there one time, but I wasn't sure based upon what I read if you had anything
Act up,
there.
that's
to get.
right.
All right. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, she's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's grinning from year to year. If you will.
Zeta Liz Rodriguez has 8 crimes.
Blake.
She's been,
Rodriguez is also at the hospital
Zeta Rodriguez is at the hospital?
as well, yes.
Okay.
She looks clingy.
Well, let me put her at the front so I don't have to read her again tomorrow. All right, then that moves us to Vanessa Thacker.
Yes.
Ms. Thacker, you're charged
Hey,
with
what up, Hector?
a warrant from another jurisdiction. It looks like it's Osceola County. It's a writ of bodily attachment for child support.
Child
You can
support.
appoint a public defender, but you can always hire a lawyer if you wish. From the paperwork, I find probable cause. The judge in Osceola set your purge at $1,500. So you can get out if you post that money at that purge amount. If for some reason you don't post that purge amount, Osceola will be told to come get you. And if you're still here next week on the 18th, they haven't got you by then, they'll bring you back to first appearance to talk to me
Those
or
glasses,
another
they're like
judge.
they can look into
Have a
the
nice day,
future.
ma'am.
Sir, so now that 1,500, I gotta pay that to Polk County or Osceola County?
But you got it's going to eventually make its way to Osceola County. I believe the way you do a purge would be right there at the jail. I mean, correct? Because that's the purge is
Harry
what's
Potter.
causing you to get out. I'll be honest, you need to talk to, I don't ever get involved with money, but yeah, who's holding you is Polk. So I would certainly check with classifications to
Actually,
see
thank you.
the logistics as to how you pay the purge. It'll eventually make its way back to Osceola County.
Nothing better
Yes,
than a
sir.
jail relationship.
All right, have a great
They're
day.
the
All right.
best.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tiffany White. Ms. White, you're charged with one new crime of knowingly driving while license suspended as a felony based upon a third or subsequent offense. And you have VOPs for felony petty theft, knowingly driving while license suspended, and another knowingly driving while license suspended. The first one, knowingly driving VOP, was from Highlands.
Hey, thank you,
The
Sue.
second was from Broward, and the new one is here in Polk. Ma'am, you want me to appoint the public defender for the new charge, as well as the VOP for the petty theft and the Highlands County VOP?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint it for those charges, just so you know. I can't appoint a public defender for the Broward County VOP.
No,
You're
I
up
ain't
to-
worried about the Broward.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, the Broward's the one I can't get you an attorney,
Hey,
so
thank
you
you,
don't
Quick.
have one yet. But you can always hire
What
one
up,
or
Big
ask
Bear?
for the public defender if and when you get back to Broward. Ma'am, I've looked over the paperwork, finding probable cause, setting your bond on the new offense of knowingly driving at $7,500, holding you no bond on the VOP for the Polk petty theft and the Highlands County VOP. The judge
right.
down in Broward for your VOP set the bond at $1,000. So you are at some point able to bond out on the Broward VOP.
I might
It's
turn you
only
down.
$1,000, But,
don't want to give anybody a
you
seizure.
got no holds for the local VOPs and the Highlands VOPs, okay? Have a nice day.
When is my next court date, please?
Well, your next court date, for the local charges are gonna be on January the 13th. The
What up,
Highlands,
Cynthia?
you don't have a date for that yet,
All right,
because you're in
Ether.
Polk. And of course, we don't have anything for Broward, but the local charges, January 13th.
Thank you.
This is
Have
Florida,
a
if
nice
you will.
day. All right, moving on to the gentleman, David Andrade.
David, come on.
Sir, you're
Damn.
charged with 5 crimes. They are possession of burglary tools with intent to use, criminal mischief,
What's wrong with his neck? Does he got a
possession of
kink in his
cannabis,
neck?
burglary of a structure, and possession of drug
Or is
paraphernalia.
he changing
Do you want me
personality?
to appoint the public defender?
That's fine.
You want me to, I will.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, I've looked over the sheriff's affidavit, finding probable cause for those 5 charges. Taking a look, a little bit of prior history.
Yeah, what the hell?
Set your bond
Showing
at the
his chest
possession
hair
of
now?
burglary tools at $5,000. On the criminal mischief, it's $250. On the cannabis, it's $1,000. On the paraphernalia, $1,000. The big one is the burglary. That's gonna be $10,000. Those bonds are gonna be conditioned, those bonds are gonna be part of your pretrial release. So if you're able to post those bonds, you have to sign up with
It looks
pretrial
like he
release
has
in
a burp.
person, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
He
all
might
the
have some
standard
acid reflex
conditions.
going on
Plus
over there.
special conditions,
He said
17
500 foot.
and 21. That is,
What up, Kimberly?
you're not allowed to have any intentional contact with the victim, their home, their vehicles, where they work or where they go to school. And because
That's
this
right,
was
Chad.
a empty residence, you can't go back within 500 feet of the event location where this alleged crime took place. Have a nice day, sir.
Hey, I got a question.
Sure.
For the burglar, I can get the price reduced to like 7,500.
For me today, no, sir. It's a burglary of a, the way it is, it's a dwelling. And the law says even though it was empty, it was designed to be a dwelling. So very likely the state may even choose to file it as a F2 because of the dwelling in nature. So I thought that 10 was appropriate. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, more.
Wasn't that a business?
Well, the way I look at it, it was, seemed to me like a residence.
Hey,
like an
who
apartment is
loves
how
those
I viewed it.
McDonald's, the apple pies? I love the McDonald's apple pies, but I don't like the fried ones.
I
The
mean, I
ones
read
the ones
it,
they sell in
granted, it
Hawaii.
was, you had an empty,
I like the
spot,
baked
but I
ones.
made it, it certainly made it seem to me like it, the way they described it was a, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but
Oh, well, it looked to me like this was probably the office for Lakeshore Management Properties, which must be an apartment.
right, that's what I'm saying. The Lakeshore Management led me to believe that it was like a housing, facility and that he broke into an empty unit.
Damn, that's messed up. Really nice.
One paragraph, that's supposed to say that the above home was locked and secured by him yesterday.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like he had a property maintenance guy that made sure it was all in good shape. And I just tried to acknowledge that even though it was empty, it's designed to be a dwelling. So that's of course up to the state, but I thought 10 was appropriate.
That's fine.
That guy looks like
All
his
right,
name
have a
is
good
Pork
day,
Chop.
sir.
I'm pretty sure
Vet in court?
his name has to be Pork Chop.
Sir, you're charged with meth possession, paraphernalia possession. Do you want the public defender?
Hey, Lou, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, put your phone.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what up, Nisha? Where you been at, Nisha?
I had a hard time
This is
hearing
Polk
that. Sir,
County.
you
Polk
want
County,
the public
Florida.
defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've looked over the affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause, setting your bond at $1,000 for the paraphernalia and $5,000 for the meth. Have a great day.
That was quick.
Alan Bodiford,
Hey, thank you, Kat.
sir, you're charged with possession of paraphernalia, possession of meth, knowingly driving while your license is suspended.
I have a challenge to that, Shannon.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Go right ahead, Ms. Goins.
He's not
Got
out
the
yet,
affidavit
Jennifer.
Right in front of me.
Yes, this is Mr. Want to make sure.
Alan Bodiford.
Bodiford, yes, sir. My challenge is that
Polk County,
I
Florida.
looked over
Polk
this
County, Florida.
affidavit and I did not see anywhere.
You guys got to remember that different states run things differently. So your state might run things differently than Florida. I'm
I
from
didn't see
California.
anything except the officer
This
saying.
is foreign to me here.
I know methamphetamine. when I guess when he sees it. I didn't see anything that alleged that he actually did a test. Therefore, this would lack probable cause for the possession of methamphetamine.
Your Honor, state would point out paragraph 3.
Hey, Kendra, thank you. Did you Grinch
Stated
meal
that's
yet?
the why it tested positive.
Oh yeah. My wife got them for her. Yeah, she got the Grinch socks. Yeah.
All they
What up,
have in
G?
here is what allegedly, the defendant saying he doesn't know why it tested positive. We don't know if it tested positive, the way this affidavit is.
Hey, what up,
written.
Dodd? Where you been at?
Therefore,
Hey, you know what? And this could happen to
Probable
anybody,
cause
especially if you're committing
for the possession
crimes.
of meth.
I don't
I mean,
commit
I
any
know
crimes,
it's,
so hopefully I don't end up there. Hopefully I don't run into
say
the
that's
wrong
the
cop and locks me up.
Yeah.
But you have a
think it
higher
probably
chance
an
of
abundance of
ending up in
caution.
front of
We
this
should
court
give
if you're out there doing
these
things that you're not
hours see if
supposed
they
to be
can come up
doing.
with probable cause, testing for the meth, and of course, you don't have paraphernalia without the meth. So, I'll go ahead and give him provisional bonds. Here's how this works. I find probable cause for the knowingly driving while license suspended. Your bond will be $250. I don't find probable cause for the other two, the paraphernalia and the meth, but I don't want to hold you, I'm going to go ahead, right now, your bonds, you already have them. It's 5,000 and 1,000. That's presumptive bonds that the jail gave you. So it's not like you don't have a no bond. If you bond out, then we won't deal with this tomorrow because you bonded out. You'll just take it up with the judge that you're assigned to. But if you're here tomorrow and you haven't bonded out, I'll turn to the state and see if they have any new information. If they don't, then I'm going to be releasing you tomorrow on the meth and the paraphernalia. Okay?
Thank you for the follow.
Yes, sir.
I may see you tomorrow if
Did
you,
somebody page
unless
me?
you bond out. If you do, then your next court date is January 13th. Have a nice day, sir. We'll see you tomorrow.
Shout out to the 828. Been watching you
My
for a long time. Love watching you. Thank you.
Your
Nobody
bond is
does.
$250 on the knowingly driving, but you won't go anywhere until you pay for the
Thank
meth
you.
and the paraphernalia.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you wait till tomorrow and the state, if you don't bond out, the state has to show me more proof. And if they don't show me more proof tomorrow, then I'm gonna let you out on the paraphernalia and the meth, and you only have to bond out on the 250.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Hey, what up, Hope Marie? Next
up, we have Timothy Brockington.
Timothy, come on down. What do you guys think little Timmy did
Mr.
right here?
Brockington, you have 2 new charges and 5 violations of probation out of Miami-Dade. The 2 new charges are knowingly driving as a misdemeanor, M2, and fleeing to elude in a marked patrol vehicle with lights and fire sirens activated. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges out of Miami. Organized fraud,
Oh yeah, he's going to prison.
fraudulent use of
Florida.
fraudulent use.
You guys know Florida does not play around.
5,000, less than 20,000 individuals. Grand theft and 2 probation violations.
Oh, and
So it's
he's on
3 new
probation?
charges and 2 probation violations out of Miami.
What up, Michi?
You have warrants from that area. All right, sir, on the 2 local charges, the knowingly driving and the fleeing to elude, do you want the public defender here in Polk?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender for the local charges. You can hire a lawyer for all the stuff in Miami or wait till you get back down south
10
and ask for
years?
the public defender. Sir, I've looked over the affidavit and I find probable cause for all the charges.
Hey,
On the
Kristen,
knowingly
thank you.
driving, your bond is $2,500.
King
And on the
number 1,
fleeing
thank
to
you.
elude, it's $7,500, so $10,000 for the local stuff, but no bonds on all the stuff from Miami. We won't notify Miami to come get you until you've resolved your local charges or either resolve or bond out, okay? Have a nice day, sir.
Okay, so I can bond out on charges in Polk?
If you bond out in Polk, what most likely will happen is they'll bring you back to see me or another judge, and we're gonna say, all right, now that you bonded out, we're gonna notify Miami to come get you. And then we're gonna give them time to come get you, and if they don't come get you, you'll come back to see me.
All right,
Devastated.
thank you,
He's devastated.
You don't have to like my answers, but that is the answers. Have a good day, sir.
Up next on The Price is
All right,
Wrong.
Zachary Campos.
That fool thought he was gonna bail
Sir,
out
you're
and go on the
charged
run.
with exposure of sexual organs. Do you want the public defender?
What?
Yes.
What?
I'll
Drop
appoint
on
them to
flush one.
represent you. I've looked over the affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause, seeing you have 39 pages of criminal history with unstable address.
This guy can't keep his
And,
meat,
doesn't
in
look
the
like you have any
pants, if you
ties to
will.
Polk with a no stable address. So I'm gonna set your bond on this, 2,000, cash or surety. Have a great day, sir.
39 pages. Come on, this guy
That
over here
brings us to Mark.
can't keep his wiener in his
Carvajal.
pants. Sick, just sick. Sickens me.
Garmafall, you're charged with possession of meth and possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go ahead and appoint them to represent you. I've looked over the sheriff's affidavit, finding probable cause. Your bond on the meth is 5,000. On the paraphernalia, it's 1,000. Have a great day, sir. Willie Dunn? Mr. Dunn, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Cards
Do you
on,
want the
thank you.
public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over the sheriff's affidavit, finding probable cause, setting your bond at 5,000 on the meth and 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Have a great day.
Ask you what my court date is, sir?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind sharing that with you. It looks like your court date is,
What about him?
Mr. Dunn, it's, January 13th.
Thank you, sir.
January 13th, you bet. Clarence Uline?
Hey, this is
Mr.
like
Uline, you're charged with knowingly driving. Is he there?
where the hell is
Clarence, Euline.
This is like the conveyor belt of justice. For those of you guys that are not in the U.S., I know you guys find this fascinating,
You lie?
but a lot of places are like this in the United States.
EUL.
Like
Oh,
a
he
bunch of
bonded?
pumpkins.
Yeah, he bonded.
He's
Green and
bonded.
yellow eyes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I didn't know that.
All you gotta
That
do is
brings
look
us
up, Your
to
Honor.
David Hambrick.
David, come on down.
Mr. Hambrick, you're charged with tampering with an electronic monitoring device. You want me to appoint the public defender on this new charge?
So I don't see how my device apparently died in the middle of the night. And I've done told the lady, I talked to her a week before, last week or the week before, that it wasn't staying charged. And I don't know why they came arresting me for.
Hey, what up, Bandy?
I don't understand what's going on.
All right, I would tell you, we use terms like,
If you will, Your Honor.
abbreviated terms to describe charges, but
Objection.
sometimes you just gotta whip out the old law book and read the entirety of the statute. And this is one of those cases where I did that.
What up, Lex?
And I even wrote down the term that I came upon because I read your affidavit and the allegation is you let the battery go dead.
Who?
So I thought, man, is that really tampering? That he didn't cut it off or he didn't bash it so it wouldn't send a signal. So I read the law, and the law uses,
Thank you, Rebel.
tampering and destroying and all those terms like that. But the last thing they say is kind of a big catch-all. It says
Angela, we're doing good. Thank you.
circumvents the operation. So I guess if anything, they can hang their hat on that you circumvented the operation of that ankle monitor by not getting it charged.
Kindred
That's how I
spirits,
interpret
if
it.
you will.
Yes, sir,
So
but
I wrote down
I explained to her last week when she had talked to me that it wasn't staying charged for the full amount of time, the 24 hours it was supposed to be in charge.
Yeah, and like I said, you may be telling me the truth. I don't know. I wasn't there and I didn't hear that conversation. But you have every right to talk to your lawyer and present a defense to that. Like I said, that's why we have trials and hearings and things
That's
like
pretty
that.
messed up right there.
But, so I'll appoint the public defender. I've read the affidavit. Like I said, I think I didn't see where you destroyed it or cut it off or anything, which I see sometimes in this job. It looks like you just didn't have it charged, which, I guess I didn't
want to give anybody
would be circumventing the operation. So I'm going to find
seizure.
probable cause and I'm going to set your bond at the standard bond for this at $5,000. Now, it looks like you have open cases.
Oh, he's screwed now. That's it. It's over.
CT. So what was the,
My
the
wife
ankle
bought it for me
monitor
on Kohl's, if you will. I'll get the
I'm
box
not
in a
sure-
bit and I'll show
I'm
you.
not sure
just in
what
case
it
you
was
guys
on
wanna
before. I don't understand
take a
why it was
screenshot.
on me.
so somebody, another, like a first appearance or was it?
That's right.
What's up,
I haven't missed
Shawana?
anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to find out why. I can go back and read it real quick and see if they tell me why you had an ankle monitor on. They might not have done that, but, Yeah, someone from pretrial release, Mr. Lavasser, he works at pretrial release, correct? Yeah. He's,
Hey, this guy, he keeps on scratching his face. Look at that guy right there.
so there's an ankle monitor on the MM case.
Oh, we don't know. We're looking. Looks like it.
That jacket.
Because
is
candidly,
big.
Mr. Hambrick, I put ankle monitor on sometimes for first appearance. Sometimes the judge you're assigned to might do it for various reasons. Heck, it could be thinnest ankle monitor, you know?
So at first appearance, Your Honor, he was placed on pretrial release for, I think, go ahead, the first appearance here. On all these cases, Your Honor. So,
So Judge Rapel put him on an ankle monitor for all of these.
yeah, oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Long hair, no teeth.
And then the order granting pretrial release.
Yeah.
Long
Yes.
hair, no teeth.
Yeah. So like I said, it's we all have our styles and what we think is appropriate. There's no rule. But Judge Rapel, another judge on the weekend, was sitting in this chair and he gave you the ankle monitor. And then as part of the ankle monitor, as part of pretrial release. And the ankle monitor went dead. And that's why the new charge is here. All right.
Is Florida Commonwealth State? I'm not sure what that.
The state
I'm not
wanting me
sure
to
what that
Parker him
means
on
anyways.
all these misdemeanors.
The state would request a Parker hold your honor.
Okay. Sir, I don't know of any reason why I shouldn't. Like I said,
Oh, okay.
this all will work its
Thank you,
way
guys.
out one way or the other, but I found
Virginia is
probable
right.
cause.
One of the
I hung my
Virginias?
hat on the circumventing the operation function of that statute. So I am going to revoke your bonds on all those cases that you're on the ankle monitor. Going to hold you no bond pursuant to the authority of Parker
We
versus
are in
state.
Florida.
And appoint the public defender for all those cases, which includes 25 MM 7656, CT 25 7452, 7451.
125 prisons in
7449,
Florida?
and
What?
7448. Have a nice day, sir.
the Med Ferry.
Next up, we have Raymond Hawkins. I need a minute.
No, we got it.
Good.
It's.
Yeah.
What's
Mr. Hawkins, you're charged with violating your probation for possession of 10 or more forged notes. You want the public defender?
Forged notes?
Yes, sir.
Welcome with him. I find probable cause because I'm looking at Judge Harb's warrant. He wants you held no bond. We'll hold you no bond. You'll go see a circuit judge on January 5. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
You bet. Stephon Joel.
My wife
Bought
bought
it out.
She bought it from Kohl's, but I got this like last
Andrew
year.
Jordan, who's a
I didn't open
companion
it
of
up
Miss
until
Miranda, who
today.
I saw earlier. Mr. Jordan, you're charged with unarmed burglary of a dwelling, possession of methamphetamine, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint that office to represent you. Sir, I've looked over your affidavit from the city of Lakeland as well as hers from your affidavit. I'm sorry, it's not the city of Lakeland. Yours is from the sheriff. I've looked over yours and hers, and from yours that I've read from the sheriff, I find probable cause for the 4 charges. I'm going to do the same thing to you I did with her, so it's identical. 1,000 bond on the paraphernalia, 5,000 on the tampering, 5,000 on the methamphetamine, and 10,000 on the burglary.
So that's
Make
what,
those conditions of pretrial release. If you're able to post those bonds, sign up with pretrial, calling them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, all the standard conditions, plus special conditions 17 and 21, which is no contact with the victim. And because
Florida.
this was an abandoned home, must stay 500 feet away from the event location. Have a great day, sir.
This is
That
Polk County,
brings us
Florida.
to Noel Lamoot, who's been charged with petty theft. Sir, you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
I don't even know
Of that
if
office
this
to
guy knows what day
represent
we're
you.
in today. He definitely looks lost.
Sir, I've looked over the city of Lakeland affidavit and I find there's probable cause. He has an open notice to appear. What is that charge on 25 MM 9324?
He doesn't look
Say
like he's
again?
playing with a full deck of
Oh,
cards,
sorry.
if you catch my drift.
Oh, a trespass. Okay, so you're have a notice to appear for a trespass. And now that you have a court date pending on that, you picked up a new charge of theft from the Bell's Outlet there in North 98 in Lakeland.
I'm not sure about
All
South
right, sir.
Carolina.
I'm going to factor that in
What up, Tula?
as well as your 15 pages of criminal history. And I'm going to elevate
Get
your
a
bond. I'm
cracker.
going to set your bond on this at 2,000 cash or surety. Have a great day, sir. Michael
County?
Lewis
Or
is charged with knowingly driving while license suspended and operating a motor vehicle without a registration. You want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, it looks like you got quite a bit of history, but these are low-level misdemeanors. I'm gonna leave your bond on each of them at the standard 250 cash or surety. So it's 500 total. Have a great day, sir.
He reminds me of Rowdy Piper, if you will.
John Mark
Without no
Ligon. Sir, you're charged with a warrantless VOP out of Osceola County for violation of community control.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
If I may, I believe he has actually a bring back from an earlier court date regarding his out of county warrants.
So Osceola has been notified. They were notified on 12/4 and 12/10. Subject is ready for pickup. So they've been notified twice.
Two prisons
they
in
haven't
Rhode
picked him
Island?
up.
What?
And just curious for my reference, do y'all reach out and find out when y'all are prepping this, or how did y'all find out?
Investigations must have put that on there.
Okay, so if you
Put that
get
stuff on there.
information fed from them, and that's always helpful for me to know because, so they were notified 12/4 and 12/10. So what are you asking for, Ms. Goins?
I asked him that he be released ROR because Osceola County is just, they can, they're not that far from here. I think it's just next door, isn't that just to,
Oh, it's next door.
it
yeah.
is next door, so that's why, I don't know if he's now gone through this court process, this is the third time. And it just seems appropriate that he be ROR.
Hey, Rebel, thank you for that. Highly appreciate you. And yeah.
All right. What I'm going to do is, sir, I'm not going to ROR you right now, but I'm putting them on the clock. I'm not going to bring you back to see you for a third time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to order that if you have not been picked up by Monday, the 5th of December, by close of business at 5 o'clock, that you should be released. Okay, you'll be ROR'd, released on Monday at 5 o'clock if they have not picked you up. So that'll put them on notice that, hey, the judge is serious. He's gonna let you out of here. If they're not interested in coming to get you, then we'll release you, okay? So any questions? 5 o'clock on the 15th of December. Okay, have a great day, sir.
Today's the 11th.
And the next up, we have Jakari Martin Sugren. Sir, you're charged with a warrant out of Hillsborough County for fleeing to elude at high speed. You cannot appoint a public defender. You can hire lawyers if you want, or wait till you get back to Tampa and ask for a public defender. I find probable cause based upon the paperwork I've been given. And the judge over there has set your bond at no bond. So we'll hold you no bond, notify them to come get you. And for some reason, if they haven't gotten you by next week, 18th, we'll bring you back to talk to me or another judge. Have a great day, sir.
The 18th.
The 18th,
yeah. A week from today. All right, Zion Oliver. Mr. Oliver,
hey, what
you're
up,
charged
Royal?
with domestic battery and resisting without violence. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
Rio Hernandez Felipe.
I think I heard you say yes, so I'll appoint the public defender.
Hey,
Sir, I've looked over the
JD
sheriff's,
too?
and in
Thank you.
your case, it's the sheriff's affidavit, finding there's probable cause for the two charges. You have an open NTA.
That time that says
So, sir, what I'm
12:22.
gonna do, you have an
That's my
open
local
charge,
time.
and you picked up these two new charges. I'm gonna bump your bonds up a little bit appropriately. Domestic battery, your bond is 7,500. On the resisting without is 2,500. Those two bonds are gonna be conditions of pretrial release. If you're able to post those bonds, you must immediately check in with that office, calling pretrial release on
Yes, silly.
Thursdays, all the standard conditions, plus 16 and 17. Looking at your address, it is different from the alleged victim. 16 says you can't use, possess, or carry firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. 17 says no intentional contact with the listed victim. Stay 500 feet away from her home, her vehicle, where she works, or where she goes to school. Step to your left, sir. Have a great day. Neftali Ortiz Jr.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have warrantless VOPs. I believe they're both out of Polk.
Yes, sir, they are. I would like to, with all due respect, specifically bringing the question to part of probable cause on the grounds of I have my legal team put in a motion that was approved, ordered, and signed by Judge Ramirez about the day in question. And I was in the middle of doing the original sentence, which I don't think would warrant any type of violation, if respectfully could be brought up.
So the way I look, I always have to ask sometimes, because candidly, you know, we have people over here that come through our first appearances that are on probation somewhere else, and we being Polk County staff people, DOC people, are supervising them, and then we have it the other way. Like in your case, you were being supervised, I gather, over at Hillsborough.
Yes, sir, brother. Originated from Polk.
But it was for a charge that was from here, so you're going the opposite direction. So they violated you for warrantless VOP, and I read through it. You don't normally get a big old document like this for
10 years probation.
But long and the short of it is your probation officer over there is basically making several allegations saying that you basically falsified reports of attending work release, several counts of that, saying that you untruthfully answered questions when they inquired from you about your weekend, and
oh, this guy's good.
Untruthfully answered questions with your probation officer about various dates, 10/26, 10/18, 10/12. They said you failed to carry out the instructions that were given to you, and that you failed to attend. Failed to attend work release. So they laid it all out for me as to why they believe you failed to, why you got the warrantless VOP. Now, whether or not all this is true, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what they're reporting. And my job is not to conduct a trial or a hearing to put them under oath and size them up to see if I believe them. It's just to say, hey, do they put everything in this document that would support it? And they did. So what I'm going to do is find there's probable cause, going to hold you no bond. Now, that doesn't mean you and your lawyers can't get in front of Judge Ramirez really quick. That's totally between you and Judge Ramirez. But I'm going to give you the court date that the clerks have secured for you, which is January 5th in front of her, okay? Have a nice day, sir.
Are these court cases are bringing my sugar levels down? I feel like eating some cookies and milk,
you have a legal team. Are you talking about a private lawyer?
No, I was actually speaking about a public defender's
Damn, I'll take some tamales
doing a
and
really good job
pozole.
in my case.
Oh, over here in Polk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you want me to appoint them to represent you again on this?
Yes, I really appreciate it.
This guy thought
happy to do it, so we'll appoint the public defender based upon what I reviewed with you. There's probable cause, no bond, and we'll send you to see Judge Ramirez. Have a great day.
Hey,
sir,
this
is
guy.
there any type of way that we get a sooner court date than that, would it? Hopefully before the holidays, by the chance.
I'll be honest with you. I don't make the court dates. The clerks do, and they have their marching orders from the judges and the other judges, and that's what they give you. So you can always ask to get one moved up closer.
Hey, this guy thought he was gonna catch a break because he tucked in his shirt.
Mr. Parker, you have 2 VOPs. What puts you on probation are cannabis possession and paraphernalia possession.
Hey, cash money, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them. Looking at Judge Harb's warrant, finding probable cause, he wants you held no bond. You'll go see a circuit judge on the 5th of January. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
He was just trying to be professional.
Mr. Poe, you're trying to...
Violation of probation, I believe. Violation of probation.
How about Felipe Rios Hernandez?
Present.
That would look like
Third, you're
Jesus.
charged with driving a vehicle with no driver's license, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Felipe is out of control over
Appoint that
here.
office to represent you. Sir, I've looked over the Lakeland PD actually, that was Mr. Poe. I looked over your sheriff's office affidavit. Finding probable cause. I will tell you that all of your charges have been upgraded because of the law that makes it a higher offense if you are unlawfully entered or present in the United States. That's Florida statute 775.0848. So all of your charges have been bumped up because of your illegal resident status. Okay, there's no ISO. Okay, so sir, I just want to make sure you know that. I'll appoint the public defender, finding probable cause, setting your bond at $5,000 on the F3 paraphernalia, $10,000 on the F2 methamphetamine possession, and $1,000 on the no valid DL. So there's no ICE hold, so no reason to do a detainer. So, okay, have a great day, sir.
Why did that fool say he was going to give him a detainer?
You bet. Jose Rodriguez Colon.
That fool was
Yes,
like,
sir.
damn, I didn't even do nothing.
Good afternoon, sir. You have a total of 6 charges. They are operating a motor vehicle without a registration, failure to have motor vehicle liability insurance, possession of cocaine, possession of paraphernalia, attaching a tag not assigned, and driving a vehicle with an expired tag or registration more than 6 months. You want the public defender on each of these charges?
No, Your Honor, I want to bond out of here. You think I get an RR? I need to finish this job, man. I need to pay so I can fix this the situation that I'm in. That's what I was doing. I was trying to fix, painting a house so I can get this situation straightened out, but I never made it.
Okay, sir, if you change your mind and you want the public defender at any point while your case is pending, you can always ask a judge or go through the public defender's office with a request. I've looked at the sheriff's office affidavit, finding probable cause, going to set your bond at $250. Candidly, they're all the standard bonds. You've already got them, but I'm going to keep them in place. It's $250 for the operating a motor vehicle without a registration, $250 for the no insurance, $250 for the expired registration, $250 for the attaching tag not assigned.
Like $1,000.
Now comes the bigger ones. $1,000 on the paraphernalia and $5,000 on the cocaine possession.
7,000.
Have a great day, sir. I
Can we
think
load them down?
it's 7,000.
Crime does not pay.
All right, Jonathan Rodriguez Figueroa is here for a
Hey, what up,
vehicle
Emily?
battery.
He was done. He was one of the Spanish ones.
We already did it already?
Yes, Sean. I'm calling 24 hours if you want me to print it.
There you go. My apologies. All right, moving right along.
Moving right along. Howdy.
Let's go to Stephen Michael Scott is here for a VOP on a paraphernalia charge. Sir, do you want the public defender?
He could do 10% if
yes,
he goes
sir.
through a Bobon's man.
Point them, finding probable cause based upon Judge Harb's warrant. He wants you held no bond. You'll go see him January 5. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Come on.
You bet. Thank you for your patience. Jesse Weldon. Jesse Weldon is here for a new charge of resisting without.
That fool looks rough.
And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 VOPs. Will put you on probation or grand theft of a motor vehicle, another count of grand theft of a motor vehicle, burglary of a dwelling, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and lastly, grand theft.
This guy was
You
like
want the public
GTA
defender
6
on this
status.
new charge and the 5 VOPs?
Yes.
I'll appoint them to represent you. Sir, looking over your affidavit from the sheriff, as well as the warrant from Judge Hart, finding probable cause for all of these matters, setting your bond on the resisting at 2,000 cash or surety, holding you no bond for the 5 VOPs. Have a great day, sir. And Hobbs Wilson.
Damn, this one looks bad too.
Mr. Wilson, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of cannabis, possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public
Smoke
defender?
weed every day.
I want them to represent you. Looking at your affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause. In spite of your 35 pages of criminal history, I'll leave the bonds at the standard bonds. 5,000 on the meth possession, 1,000 on the cannabis, 1,000 on the paraphernalia.
Smoke weed
Have a nice
every
day, sir.
day.
David Wise, charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint them. Sir, I've looked over your affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause. Looks like you got a little bit of history as well, but I'm gonna leave your bonds where they are at. 5,000 on the meth, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Have a nice day, sir.
This one.
And it looks like we are up to, have we already done Marcus Wright?
No, sir.
Go Fester.
We haven't done him? I do it.
Keep
Is that
the
you,
amazing
sir?
work,
You
brother.
Marcus Wright?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Shout out to
All
the
right, Marcus
269.
Wright. Sir, you are charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and resisting without violence. Do you want the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll appoint them to represent you. I've looked over your affidavit from the sheriff, finding probable cause. Your bond on the meth is 5,000. On the paraphernalia, it's 1,000. On the resisting, it's 1,000. Have a great day, sir.
Thank
you. And lastly, Frederick Young.
Is that Chief Keith?
Mr. Young, you're charged with warrantless VOPs for grand theft of a motor vehicle and misdemeanor driving while license suspended.
Yes,
Sir,
I just have a tag, so I
was just looking, yours was a little bit tricky to me because it looks like it's a VOP. But these are Polk County. Polk
You
County
missed it,
VOPs.
ladies. Yep.
Being supervised out of Orange, is that what it was?
Yes, sir.
Do you
Yeah,
have any-
I transferred it to Orange County, and then they came to my house, and then they try to do a sweep, like they try to come see where I was staying at and everything to make sure where I was staying at.
VOP.
They did that,
V as in
and
Victor.
then all of a
Violation of
sudden,
probation.
I just went to jail.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
So and I just seen that it just said VOP on my thing, and that was it.
Schnarkagody, I have a hard time figuring out what the basis is. Clearly he came through a judge in Orange County. Maybe they took him into custody over there, and maybe he had a first appearance over there. But I'm
No,
really
sir, I
struggling
didn't.
to know what he did to have a warrantless VOP.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, I don't know what you have in front of you, but I have an order of commitment. Again, I gather that's from the judge who, just like here, we see people who are supervised here on other counties' probations. They come through us first before we send them back. But can you determine what he did? I don't see a warrant. It's warrantless, but I don't see anything that supports it. It's just the only check mark that I even see looks like it's the courtroom that he's in.
Is it any way I could get this like RR'd, or I could get reinstated back into my probation?
No, I'm trying, sir. I'm just trying to, do my job. And by that, I mean, I can't hold you just because someone else says I should. I got to
Yes,
be able
sir.
to look at something I can hang my hat on.
Simply
And
can't.
I really-
Thank you.
I don't have anything.
what
I
I
have
miss,
something the judge in
Tiny?
Orlando talked to you when you got arrested over there, but I don't know what led to your arrest. So if the state doesn't have anything, I'm inclined to say, I'm gonna bring you back tomorrow and give the state 24 hours to come up with an affidavit from a probation officer or a policeman in Orange County, or someone who has the ability to submit an affidavit saying that he's violated his probation. With all I have here, it looks like it's first appearance paperwork from Orange County after he got arrested.
I think it was because I came in contact with police officers when I got arrested. That was the violation. That was the terms in my.
Why is this? Why are you helping? Why are you
my
helping
probation
the?
that I can't come in.
Why are you helping the court?
Come in contact with any police officers, because whenever I went to Orange County,
I would have not said
I
all
was
of
only
that.
there for a day, and then when I went to court,
I
they
would've just
said
kept my mouth
they was
shut.
going to give Polk 24 hours to come get me, because there was nothing on the thing, on the affidavit that said anything.
Yeah,
So,
hey, thank you, Bella.
So they came and got me, and now I'm here.
Yeah, and I'm having the same issue. I just need somebody to show me an affidavit that says you did something that violated your probation.
Oh, they're gonna
So
get something
that's where
for
the
him.
state comes in. I'm gonna give him until tomorrow. Good news is I'm the judge gonna be here tomorrow, so we don't have to you don't have to bring that new judge up to speed. I'll be here and we can talk about it tomorrow. And if they don't have any probable cause, I'm gonna have a decision to make on whether I let you go or not. And keep in mind, I could let you go, and they could turn around and submit an affidavit to a judge that you're assigned to, and he could sign a warrant. We could be back out of the frying pan into the fire, as they say.
Just let me
But
out.
for the time being, let's give them 24 hours to see what they can come up with, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Same time tomorrow?
Yes.
I mean, if you want me to appoint the public defender, I can go ahead and do that now since you're here. So let's do that. I'll appoint the public defender.
Same time, same back
Okay,
channel.
unless you say no. I mean, if you want them, I will. You're in jail, so let me
Yes, sir.
appoint them.
I'll
And
appoint
then, no PC today, 24 hours for the state to come up with probable cause. And have a good day, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Your Honor, did you happen to have a court date for Weldon Jesse?
I can ask the clerks to pull it up, and yeah, we should have a court date.
They're gonna railroad him.
Oh, we need a court date?
Railroad him.
If you have one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Deputy Fletcher is there.
for the next one.
Oh, don't run up. I'll tell you.
12:23 at 8:30 for the new charge, and then 1-5 for the VOP at 8:30. Thank you.
Thanks for Bloomville.
Now, all right, thank you so much for your help today. It really was appreciated.
Not a problem. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hey, so I want to go ahead and touch on some things before I cut the stream. Unfortunately, it's over now. But so somebody made comments about us or me making fun of people that are addicted to drugs or are in these type of situations. And I mean, first of all, we